What's up, you Scarlet Pimpernel Ziploc penis ticklers? Terrence Popp here, Redonkulas.com, and Blake is here tonight too.
Well, I guess there's no law that states that the introduction has to make sense. What in the hell was that?
It just sounded good. What do you want from me, man?
Just like, just like the idea of, Asian chicks in Oranpay.
Oh.
It sounds like a good idea.
No,
and then all of a sudden you're there and they all sound like you're twisting somebody's underage nipples and you're like, this really isn't as arousing as I thought it would be.
Yeah. I mean, I used to drive my chain of command crazy. They'd ask me stuff. I'd be like, yeah, hostess wino, oatmeal what?
What?
And then they look at me like, what did you just say? Never mind. I can't hear you.
You're like those old-fashioned diners in the 1950s. Walk a cow by the stove and don't cry over it. What the fuck? It's a burger with no onions, Sam. Well, then why did you just ask for a burger without onions? This crazy-ass shit. Adam and Eve on a raft and wreck 'em. Okay, is that applesauce? I forgot.
So I remember there was a couple times something in the grocery store with my daughters. They say something, and I turn around. No, I'm not banging a cow. They look at me like, shut up! Just what?
No, not cows. They're pigs. You are the hog slayer. Just so we clarify that right there.
Total cocks. Nice. That is pretty funny.
We already got a couple of super chats here. Crimson Hawk with a great suggestion and totally hygienic. Use watery poop for lubricant.
No.
I know, but I did see one of those Oranpay videos on that EFUKT site a long time ago. It's really popular with college kids who like to try to make each other puke while they're hammered.
Oh.
Yeah. Chick is getting the business, if you know what I mean. And then apparently when she reaches her apex, she can't hold her stomach contents in that way.
Oh, you're talking about the reverse Technicolor yawn.
Yeah, except it's only one color. It's brown.
Well, yeah. Well,
Yeah, just saying.
Yeah, I've seen crazy colors come out of there before. Yeah.
It's like, wow, it's such a pretty orange. We should paint the living room this color.
Yeah, just bend over. Super! Spread it around. There you go.
And yes, that was a shout out to somebody in the chat who's making fun of my coat. It's all good. I like this coat. It's comfy.
What, your Superman coat?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's snazzy. I've had it for a long time. It's just comfy as hell. It's broken in. It's been lived in. It's nice.
Excellent.
It's like your hat with all the luck in it that's hanging up back there on the, what is that, the Goldschlager?
Yes.
Yes, it's got all the luck in it.
And my daughter hates his hat.
I'm sure it was a different color once upon a time.
No, it was jet black, and it slowly got turned light gray in the sun and through sweat and stuff.
Of course.
Yeah.
That's what happens.
Don't you dare wash it. You wash the luck off.
Never.
Never do that.
No. And it just winds up screwing up everything in the washer when you do that anyway.
Well, I still have some of my original PCs from when I was in the Ranger Battalion.
Ah.
I never washed those sons of bitches.
Mm.
Because the minute you do that, you have a double burn-in and die.
Yes. Average Estonian pitched us €2 and says some shekels for the Popp and Blake beer fund. Yeah, you need some. That's your last Bud Light Lime. Although that's not really a beer.
I know.
That's I got to watch my figure. Alcoholic beverage.
Listen, I've been fighting with my weight for so long, man. I'm just a fat pig.
And you done growing up, you got to grow out, fat Punisher.
God, you bastard. Man, I never should have wore that shirt.
Yeah, true story.
Never.
Jeffrey Paul and Dynaside 13 with some donations. Thank you very much. Dynaside says, cheers, dudes. I'm back with 12-year-old scotch.
That shit's expensive.
He's not skimping tonight.
Yeah.
Not skimping tonight at all, and that's a good thing. But, I'm sorry, I forgot. Hey, hang on here.
I showed that one yesterday.
Oh, I did show that one the other day. I did some new butts.
Yeah, she got a purple butt.
Got some new butts in here, but it's a good butt.
Purple butt.
It's a good butt. There's nothing wrong.
Not bad. It's not bad.
It's not bad at all.
All right.
We're going to talk about, we're not directly going to talk about the Yahoo tonight, although it is definitely going to come up.
And we also going to mention the new smoke and poke that's going around.
Yeah, the poke and smoke, actually, because first you get the poke, and then if you're really unlucky, you get smoked.
Yeah. Wow.
So we're gonna try some linguistic gymnastics here to make sure that we don't get screwed, because evidently if you tell the truth on YouTube, you're going to get smoked.
So we're going to do some backward backflips, backward cheetah flips?
We're going to do some verbal cheetah flips.
Okay.
Yeah. Not the kind that your ex-wife was good at.
Allegedly.
Allegedly. Yes, she was quite good. It was quite fantastic. You know, this cop makes for a very good Bane Connery. I enjoy it. Oh, here we go. I don't even know if I can read the actual title without us getting banned, but
All right, hang on.
3,486 deletions following the poke and smoke in 4 months. More than the past 15 years combined. That was as of April 23rd.
Yes.
Now, here's the real kicker.
Yeah.
12 days later, that number has jumped by nearly 1,000. 4,178.
Yep.
And that is per the Stunning and Brave.
And that's the number that we're allowed to see.
Yeah, that's the number that we're allowed to see.
And this is the CDC number.
Yes.
So this, look, I'm not pulling this off of some like crazy bullshit. I mean,
Yeah.
there it is right there.
It's bad news bears. And isn't it great how, was it not even 6 months ago? Like, come swallow up, heels up, pull my Harris was not going to get it. Mm-hmm. She wasn't going to get the poke and smoke, even though she's quite an expert at the smoke and poke, if you know what I mean. That is how she got her job. Like legions of lefties were like, I'm not going to do it. Evil orange man bad.
Yep. And then you got the the stuttering, sock puppet for the installed dictator we have.
Yeah. Then the DNC and the media decided to switch it to, it's actually, we're going to give him credit now. So now we're back to anyone who doesn't want to get the poke and smoke is killing grandma again.
And here's the funny thing here. Those families that lost somebody to the poke and smoke, I don't think they're going to be able to sue any of the companies that actually, cooked up this crazy.
They got a federal liability waiver issued in the pursuit of this profit, of which that has been substantial. And
there's actually a new study coming out, from India about Ivermectin.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's got like you could take it prophylactically, in like one good dose, per kilogram of your body weight. And you take another one like 3 days later, and you do that once a month, and it pretty much reduced people catching it by roughly somewhere in the 80 to 83%.
Yeah. And I think if I remember correctly, even people in the latter stages, like they're on the back nine headed for the 19th hole in the sky, if you know what I mean, from the Yahoo.
And they're not even getting the striptease at the 9th hole.
No. Although that sounds interesting.
I've seen that before. It was quite succulent.
With your balls and your long stick. with the club at the end.
Yeah!
How you doing, ladies? You want to wash my balls for me? That's right. Up and down. There you go. All right, now give them to me. Get your grubby mitts all over them.
Dude, that live stream when you did the work the shaft thing. God, that was so funny.
Cradle the balls, work the shaft.
You guys need to you got to watch the last 30 minutes of our last live stream. That shit was hilarious. Oh my God.
You talking about on Tuesday?
Yeah, on Tuesday.
I was pretty drunk, man. I don't even know if I remember doing that. I'm glad you were entertained, but I honestly don't.
Well, she's trying to fix the microphone and she goes off camera and you just
Oh, that.
Oh my God. I was laughing about that all day. Wow, that was good stuff. That was good stuff.
It would have been better if I had done it in the Bane Connery voice. Polska Bob would have been happy. Cradle the balls, work the shaft. Oh, you finished. I finished on your chest. Oh, you want me to clean it up? You think this gives you power over me? just asking.
Oh my Lord!
You know what? That's a good segue back into this whole subject. Is like power is really what this is all about.
Yes.
Right. I mean, if you honestly think that this is about a iau, you really haven't been paying attention. The unintended consequences of the lockdowns and everything like that have been pretty clear, and they've been working very well in one direction.
Yes.
And I'm not talking about the shitty teenage band.
You are correct. Now, my thing is this. If they've had like 41, 4,100 some odd people get dirt darted in over this.
Yeah.
What are they going to do when they start having a lot of those immune system short circuits down the road?
Mm-hmm.
Because I'll tell you this, like a lot of soldiers who got that damn anthrax that was not cleared through the FDA, that shit's attacking the nervous system. They're getting MS, ALS, all kinds of other neurological disorders.
Yep. Cancer.
They're becoming diabetics. Their kidneys are failing.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's just because most people don't know this, that a lot of the kidney diseases out there are caused because your own immune system attacks the filter portion inside your kidneys.
Yeah.
And then you're done. And then they won't even give you a transplant because if they give you a new kidney, your body's going to continue to do it over again. So
Stunning and brave.
You're pretty much done. Yeah, I had one of my buddies. He did counter drug in South America, and he was exposed to some of those chemicals they sprayed and blew his kidneys out. And he dirt darted in about, I would say, 5-6 years ago.
Oof.
Yeah.
Jail.
Yep. He was on the dialysis, and he was only like 36, and he just walked in there, and he's like, I just want you to know, this is my last dialysis treatment. Next time you guys see me, I'll be in a box. And that was it.
36, huh?
36.
Damn.
And maybe he was 38.
That's rough,
not
man.
old. That's not that old, man.
36 or 38, right?
Yeah, I'm not gonna say his name. I don't want to, do that.
I get it. But speaking of, we were just talking about following the money. We went off on a little bit of a tangent, but we are going to come back to that anthrax thing.
Yes.
Like I said, if you really want to know what this was all about, nearly 60% of EIU business closures are permanent. And we all know that Walmart, Costco, Amazon, obviously the big tech companies.
I'm going to tell you this right now. When the dollar gets crushed, you can't get gas, you can't feed your family or heat your house. This is going to blow up in their faces. And those billion-dollar corporations, I can literally see mobs of people burning them to the ground. In anger and frustration.
And there's more of them now than ever, because while people like you and I were wondering where we were going to get our canned beans and shit tickets, nearly 500 people became billionaires during 2020.
Wow.
And most of them were from China.
China?
And
but,
then so far this year, Pfizer has brought in $3.5 billion in the first 3 months.
But if you're a billionaire in China, you would think that, that's the same as being a billionaire here in America.
No.
Like literally, they probably have somewhere between 10 and 20 billionaires just disappear every year.
Bye-bye.
Or millionaires or whoever, the people who think they're like, all that in a bag of chips. The sun comes up and their house is empty, their cars are gone. It's like, what happened?
What's going on?
What happened to La Choi?
To La Choi.
damn it. He
Damn it.
dead. I better not go to the restaurants around here and eat no egg rolls.
Yep.
They might have sawed him up into, human pate and rolled him up in there and cooked him.
Sounds like that Shakespeare thing we were talking about the other day.
Yeah.
Oh, you want a sun meat pie? That sounds delicious.
But those guys eat dogs and cats. I mean, they're just terrible.
Yeah. Oh, goodness gracious. And it's not just Pfizer. Of course, Moderna's out there as well. 1.7 billion. They actually posted their first profit ever.
And you can't sue them when people are dying.
Yep.
Because it's not tested. Here's the funny part.
But totally, nobody stood to gain from this. This was all about health and wellness and keeping the old folks safe, except for those 5 states where they made up 40% of the death toll.
But the thing is you make all of this fear, and you can literally herd the sheeple to their death.
Absolutely. It's so easy.
Yeah.
And now more than ever, because people are just...
And you know what?
Half of them have been raised by single parents, and then, that they wind up, they have no freaking logical compass, and then, they wind up getting smacked around exponentially, and they grow up avoiding the truth because that's a survival mechanism, because they don't want to admit that their parents are ungodly failures, and then they carry that with them into adulthood, and then they just keep avoiding the truth.
You know what?
Until it smacks them across the face with its big old meaty rooster.
God help those people. When the COVID comes back around and it's mutated and changed,
and
they keep giving you untested boosters every year because this one's gonna fix it.
Totally, yeah. Oh, we totally got it this time. This one's different, and I love you. Actually, I love your money.
I personally would not even touch this until at least 5 years has passed.
At least,
and enough people have taken it and. They worked out the bugs.
Yeah, because there's no way of knowing what long-term side effects we're going to see from the poke and smoke.
Yes, I know.
I mean, if we have this many, we're talking, what did that headline say here? Double check it here just to make sure that I'm quoting it correctly. More deaths, deletions from the Iau poke and smoke than in 20 years. Following other such poke and smokes since 2001.
But that stat, the 20 years of recorded deaths, that's not the anthrax stats from the military aren't in there.
No, because they actually, I was looking that up earlier. I was trying to kind of connect the dots because you mentioned the anthrax thing, and I was like, wow, it's really hard to find data on this. And Snopes was like, no, that never happened.
Yeah,
of course not. How dare you?
Every time I go to the VA, they give you a questionnaire of, it's with the symptoms of possible anthrax, complications.
Voice just totally cracked there.
And then there's burn pits and what have you. There's a reason why veterans of, since Vietnam die at roughly 68.
Yeah, but we totally respect our veterans in this country. That's just how it is, right? Yeah.
When I was on active duty, they always were trying some guinea pig bullshit. I refuse to participate.
Yeah, and if you speak out about it, they all just huff up and
how dare you?
And that's pretty much about it. The Pentagon. Remember when we were looking up military divorce stats, like the official ones from the Pentagon, and I was like, "You've got to be kidding me!"
It's like Leave It to Beaverland. I'm like, what? 5 to 7%? Oh my God! The standard rate for people who aren't even in the military is 50%.
Yeah, they honestly expect people who are not in the military, because that's really who those statistics are for, because they want more meat for the grinder. Oh, we totally have a divorce rate 1/10 of the general population because we're different. It's not like that. Women don't marry men right before they go off on deployment just so they can get a check sent back to them and behave like they're single. That never happens.
Nope. That never happens. Listen, man, I wish I'd listened to my platoon sergeant because he looked at me and said, Pop, if the Army wanted you to have a wife, they'd issue you one. I'm like, yeah.
Well,
Yeah, you're right there. You're right. And I wish I listened.
True story. So,
Because I effed myself in the A.
In the A.
Right in the A. Effed in the A.
We've all done it.
Divorce don't play.
No. Your divorce rate is 100%.
It is. And it'll remain that way.
We got a dude in the comments who said my divorce rate is 300%.
See, I just can't wrap my head around somebody who'll do this multiple times.
No, it's like, yeah, I got married, but I'm not. If this one didn't take for some reason, I'm not doing that shit again.
Like the rule of halves. You lose half your shit every time you're married. Half your shit the first time. Okay, then half of a half is a quarter.
Yeah, think of it
half
like a
of
pizza.
a quarter is 1/8.
Yeah, think of it like a pizza, and Pop loves his pizza.
Oh yeah, like literally after you're done with your third divorce, you are worth 1/8 of what you would have been if you never got married in the first place.
Yeah, let's say you order a large pizza for yourself. They charge you full price for it. But then, the delivery boy brings it up on the porch, and then you got 3 ex-wives sitting there smoking cigarettes, telling each other they don't need a man, and then they each take their share of the pizza. One takes half. The other all of a sudden, dude comes, $20 for a pizza. You get 1 slice. Would you or would you not be pissed? Because that's what you're signing up for.
Somebody would get punched. Somebody would get punched because I hate it when people touch my food. Or they eat my food. The only people who eat my food while I'm eating it are my kids. That's it.
And
now
even
that
then,
they're adults, they might get slapped.
Even then, you probably still give your daughters the side eye. Like you got your nice sandwich. All of a sudden, you see a French fry just slink off your plate. You're like, you better replace that fry later, woman. I'm keeping count.
Yeah. Could be.
Could be. And we're going to get into some more examples of how the government totally loves you, and they're different, and they're here to help. I mean, obviously, they would never just drag a population through the mud, treat them like lab rats and guinea pigs, and, try to absolve themselves of all accountability for it, right? They've never done that before.
Well, that is just conspiracy theorist bullshit right there.
Yeah, you should never. Anybody who says that, they are disgusting, they're un-American, they're unpatriotic, and they're an Aussie, they're probably a white supreme pizza.
You got money.
The hell was that?
I have no idea. What was that?
I don't know.
That was kind of creepy.
Was that from? Oh, wait a second. We're live on 5 different platforms right now. Let's check and see if that was MGTOW.tv. It was.
Oh my lord.
MGTOW K-Dups over on MGTOW.tv. He said, Urban Dictionary this shit.
Oh no.
All right, here we go. You ready for this, Pop? Oh, there's 4 of them.
Oh God.
4 of them.
Oh, come on. He's only given 1 donation for 4. That's bullshit.
That's bullshit. Well, if they're funny, then we'll see what happens. Charizarding. So I guess this is a Pokemon reference. I don't know. I don't really watch it. My kid does. When you light a girl's pubes on fire, put it out with your jizz, then flap your arms and say, "You don't have enough badges to train with me."
What?
That's literally a Pokemon joke, if you know what I mean.
Okay.
Irish handcuffs. When a person is carrying an alcoholic beverage in both hands at the same time. Not that you would know about that or anything.
No.
Never.
Though I was at St. Patty's Day years ago before I got married, and I was two-fisted drinking, walking across, and some chick walked up and grabbed my dick right there on the spot.
Nice.
I was like, hey, how you doing?
Hey.
What's going on?
Hey.
What's your name? Okay, meet me over there at our table. Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't even know who she was. She just walked up and grabbed my junk.
You ever heard of sporking? Because it's the next thing on the list. The act of spooning with the addition of an erection. That's just, to me, that's just old hat. That's commonplace.
It's a pipe cleaner.
Yeah. You'll be big spoon? Clutch oven. To fart in a car full of people and crank the heat for maximum effectiveness.
Yes! Yes! I've done that.
I like that one, yeah.
I have done that one to people.
Oh, I smell a story, and it smells like shit. There's got to be a story here. Or is that just it?
Well, like I was dating this one girl. She was being a raging asshole. So I rolled the windows up, locked them so she couldn't bring them down, turned the heat up all the way, and it's summer. She
That
just looks
sounds like
at
a
me like
squeaking door. Now there's a fart.
she just looks at me like trying to open the door. We're doing like 70 on the freeway. She's like, turn on the air. No.
No.
Roll the window down. No.
Hey, it all moves the air around in the car the same, honey. Just
No,
saying.
she was furious. I don't care.
That's hilarious. Boris Epstein donated $5 over at Streamlabs. Thank you, sir. Monet shot. Regarding the mRNA, I talked to a kid from Fort Bliss who finally broke and took it. Apparently, there's a lot of
You
pressure
got
to
money.
comply. Holy shit, there's another one. They gave him days off after both pokes, and then a 4-day pass. I really hope it doesn't bite him in the ass.
It will. It will.
It just very well might.
It's not worth it, man. It's
Yeah.
Don't be the guinea pig who volunteers for experimental shit when your health is on the line.
Yeah. None of these poke and smokes have been approved by the FDA. None of them.
Yeah, take the ivermectin. It's got an 83% chance of keeping you from getting it, and the vaccine's only got 94% chance. Of
Didn't you buy? I mean, because it's available on Amazon.
Of course, I bought it.
Yeah, but it's only available in the veterinary form.
It works
so
like a charm.
You can always like smear it on toast or something. It's
No.
like apple flavored, and you can give it to a horse.
No, it was fine. It goes by weight, so it's easy to administer.
Oh, I'm just saying, it's like it's not in a pill form on there. You get it in like a paste that you would give to a horse or whatever.
But the thing is you read the ingredients, it's like gelatin, ivermectin, and like that's about it. And then
Isn't it amazing how half the shit we give to animals has less stuff in it
It
that'll
does.
kill you than the stuff that we feed ourselves?
I know it's crazy.
Isn't that just great?
I mean, I take I take a lot of stuff that's meant for animals.
That's because you're a fucking animal, sir.
Well, because one, a lot of it, you can't get your hands on it unless it's in animal form.
No, yeah.
Because then you got to go see a doctor.
I hear
Gotta
people in the stunning and brave religion of peace use that excuse.
I'm
I
just
mean,
saying.
you can't get your hands on it unless it's in animal form. So,
I'm just saying.
yeah.
Like if I need antibiotics, and then I have to go to the doctor, pay an office visit, get a prescription, then I have to explain why I need it, and he's going to do tests. That's even more money. I just go online, find it, buy it, take it. Cost me like $30.
There you go.
Done.
And as long as you hydrate, you won't destroy your kidneys too fast.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah,
I don't really don't go crazy on them or nothing.
It's all good in the hood. Ascension! Hey, Pop, how's your reading of Surviving Fourth Wave Feminism going?
Slow going.
It's a dense book.
It is.
So for a guy with dyslexia and no audio version, yeah, you got to do what you do. You know?
Yeah, it's slow going.
Slow going. Jimmy Bones, back from the toilet. Tonsil spreader, not an Urban Dictionary, but a drink from the bar that I had fajitas at yesterday while I was culturally appropriating Captain Morgan, peach schnapps, pineapple juice, and Sprite.
You need to take a picture of that on the menu and send it to us.
Yeah, a couple of those, and you'll be buttering some tonsils after.
Just saying. Well, I won't.
Yeah. Well, you're saying that if you were at a bar and you were having a few of those drinks and a nice waitress came up to you, you would just be like,
Okay, we're gonna have to go with a big fuck off. Well, it depends. If she's gravitationally looking glass challenged, I'd have to drink a lot of booze to get her up to a minimum of a 6, and then I couldn't drive home.
what if she was Mexican?
If she's looking glass challenged and gravitationally challenged, it still applies.
Well, you can always drink her up to a 6.
But then I can't drive home, and I'm stuck there. I can't run away.
That is true. You don't have the kind of foot speed that you used to have.
No. I worked out today. I'm smoked.
Hey!
Hey!
That's still the best fucking story.
Running
ever.
down from Noble Hill.
I the first time you told me that story, I was like, I don't want to talk to you. Smooth Criminal says, Blake, you didn't do my last Urban Dictionary definition from the podcast. Well, slap it in the comments and I will do it tonight. I'm trying to keep a good eye on everything. It's good times and great oldies. What else we got here? We got another one here. MGTOW K-Dubs over on MGTOW.tv again saying, thanks, guys. Love you. No homo.
Okay, cool.
All right.
I like that.
I get that from Polska Bob a lot. I think he's drunk when he does it.
No
I
homo.
love you, Blake. No homo.
That's actually in the military. Like
I know.
That's like
It's a military thing. I know.
yeah.
No homo.
Yeah, that's like the waiver at the bottom. No homo.
Yeah, I know. I was like, what is that down at the bottom? Oh, it's the clause. It's no homo. All right, fine. That doesn't mean you can rub your dick on me.
No.
That's homo.
No. Yeah. No. Hey.
Meat gazer. No holding hands at the urinal. That's over the line.
Man, I'll tell you what. That's old.
Funny to go support structure. Get the hell out of here with that shit.
Nah.
I don't want to hear about it.
I remember I had a guy back in the day who'd put the sticky notes on his shit
Yeah.
and walk around and somebody, hey, you got a sticky note. He looks at him, and they're like, oh God, I walked right into that.
He would deliberately just put Post-it notes on his pecker just to walk around and see if dudes would mention, hey, you got a Post-it note. Ah!
And a lot of times, because like we all knew he's after like, I mean, he did it all the time. So like a couple guys would be like, "Hey, you got to think? Oh, I just fell into it.
Son of a bitch!
BKzer! All right, I'm a BKzer. Goddamn it!
Don't die me, bro.
That's pretty funny, man. It's pretty funny.
That is pretty funny stuff. Yankee Watchdog. Pop, what is the name of the full bird with civil affairs BN in the green zone?
In the green.
Yeah, what was the name of the full bird colonel, I guess, with civil affairs BN in the green zone?
Well, it depends on what year. They change every year.
I don't know.
And when I was there, I didn't know his name.
Oh, okay.
Like I went to the green zone like 3 times. Those guys, like, that place was fucking crazy.
It's a good time.
Well, first of all, to get to green zone, you got to run like 3 gauntlets. And you get in the Rhino, which is an armored camper. Like, oh yeah, I'm still gonna die. Ugh, that sucked.
It does suck. All right, we got a Smooth Criminal is back here, reminding me of his the super chat that we missed. The Simba.
Oh no.
Oh no. So it's okay. It's a Disney princess.
No.
The Simba is done by completing the following steps. Guy spunks on girl's face, must get some on forehead. It's essential. Guy reaches out and smears it across said girl's forehead while saying Simba in a long, drawn-out manner. As you can easily tell, this is a favorite of many, many girls, especially those known as spunk sluts, chicken heads, etc. Bonus points if you dress in a Rafiki costume while doing this. If you can actually get a chick into bed while wearing that costume, she deserves whatever you do to her.
Yeah.
Call me an a-hole, you're probably correct. Wah.
Yeah. That sounds like college stuff.
Average Estonian, that's just sad, man, but still winning. Yes.
Winning.
Crazy uncle, when you drink scotch, you need to make sure that it's at least 18 years old. Any younger isn't legal.
Ooh, I couldn't afford it.
Nah.
18-year-old scotch, it's like $100 or more. No.
Well, you know, Pop's birthday's coming up in like 5 months. You guys can send him some 18-year-old scotch if you like.
I just drink the swill, man.
Scotch that can legally buy its own cigarettes and pay.
That'd be a good comedy skit.
It would be a very good comedy skit. I always wanted to do one, too. It's like, you got any crackers for my soup? Open it up, there's a bunch of white people crammed into the cupboards. Yeah, I got some. Mocking moniker. So your fingers have fingertips, but your toes do not have toe tips. Yet you can tiptoe, and you cannot tip finger.
Well, if you're going to get all deep about it, yeah.
Balls deep about it.
That's absolutely correct.
Yeah. It's like the other night when I was drunk and I was talking about Captain Crunch's eyebrows being on his hat. You know, it's just the little things that you never think about. No legs, no problem TV. Retired FF, rescue, and EMS. FF, I'm assuming, means firefighter. Triple amputee. Ouch.
Ooh.
10-plus year bachelor. I super chatted you to Tim Pool the other night. Oh, so you're the one. Awesome. Much respect, Pop and Blake, because we did hear about that Polska Bob. I was like at work, and all of a sudden he's blowing up my phone. He's like, you guys just got mentioned on Tim Pool. Cool.
Yeah, but, you know, it was during the super chat. It wasn't like he was talking about our channel or anything.
Nah. But it would be, you know.
He probably would never invite us because we're so crass.
Hey, you know, we can tone it down. when the situation requires.
Yeah.
Allegedly.
Allegedly. Yeah, we're rumored to be able to do such things, but
I don't know. Such things
seldom do we.
Such things are great in theory. However, in practice,
damn hard.
Yeah.
Especially when I start drinking and I go into grunt mode.
I'm sure we would have to be sober to go on.
I pull out all the. That would be funny though. If I wind up on getting grilled by somebody on national TV, and I just pull out a flask and a shot glass.
How you doing?
Like, what are you doing? What's it look like I'm doing?
Hey, if Elon Musk can just smoke up a doob on Joe Rogan, we can get away with pulling out a flask, right?
I guess.
Nothing wrong with that.
Joe Rogan is like big into the 420 though. I'm not.
Yeah. We are almost at 900 viewers already, about a half hour into the stream. Thank you all very much for tuning in. But it's only 367 likes. You guys gotta smash that shit. You gotta smash it like you found it passed out on the bathroom floor at the Sorostitute party. But only if you get consent.
Correct.
Because otherwise, you're going to jail.
Yeah, you have to pull out the coitus consent form and have her sign it.
And you should probably just pull out in general.
And if you don't have a copy of that, there's a PDF version on the website.
That's true. Redonkulas.com. Click on the downloads tab at the very top of the page, and boom, it's there for you. I can't guarantee that it's been spell checked because
I remember
that's the guy who wrote it. But
I remember reading it off to my commander, and after it's like Saturday, we're drinking some beers, and I'm reading it to him, and he just has this look on his face. Is this what you do with your time? And I'm like, hey, I got to be thorough here.
Hey,
come on, sir. Hey. This is going to be important in the future. I thought it was pretty funny.
That's hilarious. Good stuff here. We'll read a few more chats, and then we're going to get back into the stunning and brave, but totally safe experiments.
Death count.
Yeah.
More than just a vampire story.
That's true. Ben Red Pill with a $10 donation. Thank you very much, good sir. I got a Batman shirt. I'm having a hard time letting go. Had it for like 12 years. Yep, no suing for the warp speed shots.
Nope,
negative. I can't do it, man.
But you know what? I have a feeling if enough people get sick, then they'll have no choice but to roll that shit back.
They're not going to do that. You want to know why? Because the, politicians who totally care about you, that's their donors. It's the same reason why Joe Biden actually isn't going to raise taxes on anybody over $400,000 without giving them an escape hatch, which is what he did by repealing the SALT cap that was, put in place with the Trump tax cuts. So as soon as that goes away, then that goes back to being unlimited, and we're back to the Obama years.
Yes. I'm going to write off all kinds of shit. Yes, I will.
Jeffrey Paul, please take me on a ride and roast. I promise not to fart in the truck. Oh, wait, I can't promise that. But can I go on one, please? Hey, if you're local,
maybe.
Yeah, we'll put him in the back, and we'll actually open up that window that you refuse to fix. We'll just put his head in there. And
listen,
wind rushing by his ears. What?
You know what? I'm not spending $250 to fix that damn thing. I'm not doing it.
Well, you don't have to do it. You can just figure out a way to
tape it,
close it.
Tape it shut.
It just sits open in the back. It's like there's dudes in the comments.
I close it all the time, and then I watch it like rattle open as I'm driving.
I just love reading the comments on the ride and roast. Popp still hasn't fixed that freaking window. Damn it.
That's for all the people out there who have OCD. I don't have OCD. I don't care. I'm a pile guy.
It's always those dudes. It's gonna bother me. It's gonna bother me. I'm gonna be staring at it the whole time.
I will drive there and fix it myself.
What's the new ride and roast about, Tim? I don't know. The window wasn't fixed. I can just stare. Damn it. Son of a bitch.
Unbelievable.
Oh, goodness. So, where should we start? I don't know. I mean, there's so many wonderful experiments that have been conducted in the past. Should we just go
here's the funny
2 or 3 at a time, and then
most of these experiments don't even make it in the public eye until like 30 years later when you really can't do anything about it.
Of course not. I mean, there's one particular one that happened in the 90s. I'll just bring that one up right now so you guys can get an idea. You never find out about this stuff until it's too late. Unless, back in the day when people actually practiced journalism, somebody infiltrated the study and got word leaked out. But this was from October 4th, 1995. Clinton apologizes for U.S. radiation tests and praises the panel report.
What year were the tests done?
This was during the Cold War, a 30-year period beginning in the mid-40s. Clinton's statement says, brought to a dramatic end one of the most bitter sagas in American history. For a 30-year period beginning in the 40s, the Atomic Energy Commission and other federal agencies sponsored 4,000 controversial radiation experiments involving tens of thousands of subjects, many of whom had no knowledge that they were test cases.
Yeah.
When the government does something wrong, we have a moral responsibility to admit it.
Uh-huh.
I did not have sexual relations with that radioactive woman.
One of the guys I served with, his father was one of those dudes when they were setting off one of the nuclear bombs in the Bikini Atoll.
Yeah.
They had like hundreds of guys that were supposedly a safe distance away watching with goggles. 15 years later, his grandfather was the only one alive from his entire platoon.
Good times, good times. And we're just going to go into a little more detail. We're not going to do these, go into a ton of detail with these because there are a lot of these experiments. But, as always, there will be a link in the pinned comment in this stream after it is finished airing that will take you to Redonkulas.com. You will have links to all of these sources, archived, of course, because you really don't want to give the Washington Post any more clicks than they already have, because they suck.
The Wapoo.
They suck a big, meaty male rooster.
The Wapoo.
The Wapoo. The experiments varied widely from a project in which researchers exposed subjects' entire bodies to heavy doses of radiation to cases in which pregnant women were given radioactive iron to determine what levels would show up in their babies, to a series of tests in which radioactive substances were released into the atmosphere without nearby residential populations being informed.
Yeah.
Wow.
Also, when they did some nuclear testing stateside in White Sands and some of the other test centers out there in the West, and a few of them, they didn't even notify the surrounding population. They just did it.
Of course not.
Like, it'll be safe.
It'll be safe, yeah.
Yeah.
It's everything that we're doing is totally, actually, I should do it in Joe Biden's voice. Everything that we're doing is totally for your own good. Now bend over and take it like a good little boy. Now, do you want a finger? I can give you a finger. I'll just lick it first.
You nasty bastard. Stop it, man.
Yes,
Stop it.
Well, I mean, I noticed that it wasn't really getting into your thinking meat, so I had to give it that little push.
I don't need to hear the braille sound effects of putting your finger in a kid's ass.
It's not a kid's ass. I didn't say kid. Who said kid? Now your mind really
It's
went.
Joe Biden, man. What do you...
But he's an equal opportunity sniffer.
Well,
His adults, whamming,
his son likes feet.
And nieces.
Yes. Niece feet.
Now she got a finger job, if you know what I mean. Yeah.
Yeah.
Now there was some tiptoeing going on.
They're serving up our walkthrough in hell right now.
I'm pretty sure Hunter Biden will be there first. He'll probably OD.
Yeah, well, I'm getting my walkthrough. I'm going to throw eggs at him because he'll be an exhibit.
Thug life.
Walk through in the hell zoo. Oh, there he is.
Why does somebody always bring eggs and tomatoes to a speech? And then there's this lovely bit of American history, which I did not know about at all.
I heard about
this.
this. My when I was in high school, my history teacher was really big into the details.
Oh.
He told me all about this.
And this one actually comes from another far left publication, How the U.S. Government Enforced Prohibition by Poisoning Americans. And you want to know when this was written? When Trump was in office. You're going to notice that there's actually there's a nice correlation between the left being very aware of history and its consequences.
And then forgetting.
And then the cognitive disconnect that comes later after the stunning and brave ice cream social in November.
But the thing is, like, they knew about this, like, in the 40s.
Yeah.
In the 50s.
And for those of you who don't know, because I did not. During Prohibition, the U.S. government doctored the industrial alcohol supply with dangerous substances like methanol, and this was to discourage people from drinking the booze. Over 10,000 people are believed to have died as a result.
Okay. Methanol, when you drink it, it does horrible things like makes you blind.
Ugh. So you'd be like dying of sepsis because you can't shit, or what?
No, blind.
Oh, blind.
You
I'm sorry.
cannot
I thought you said
see.
bind.
Well, I know, and a bind would be bad too.
Oh, that would be bad, yeah.
I mean, it's bad enough that they poison you and you die from it, but then if you survive it and you spend the rest of your life blind because the government did this shit.
Yep. December 28th, 1926, New York City was facing a crisis. Charles Norris. Chuck Norris?
Chuck Norris?
What?
God, he's old.
The city's first ever medical examiner had no choice but to speak out. In a matter of days, 23 people had died and 89 had been hospitalized after drinking bootlegged liquor that had contained dangerous levels of chemicals. But you know that the government would never, ever consider doing anything or try to control your behavior by deliberately introducing poisons into your system. They would never do that. They've never done it before. Never.
No, because the government always makes everything better, and they have your best interest at heart. Please!
Yeah.
I'm going to get spun up. God damn it.
There is a reason why I named this stream what I did, because Ronald Reagan said the most terrifying words in the English language are, "I'm from the government and I'm here to help."
No, you're not.
No.
No, you're not.
You're gonna stick it in my fourth point of contact. That's what you're trying to do.
Yeah.
And then here's a good one here, because this one involves children.
Oh, my God.
Always my favorite.
Yeah, I remember hearing about this one, too.
The tainted polio vaccine that sickened and fatally paralyzed children in 1955. Great Scott! It was one of the worst biological disasters in American history, one scholar wrote.
So not only do you have to worry about polio, which was terrifying people back then, because people were like dying and living in iron lungs and shit. Now you have to worry if you're going to get like, the short end of the stick up your ass when they give you the tainted polio vaccine. Ooh. And you die.
Yep.
Or you're radically effed up from it.
Yeah, it was, just a brief history here. August 30th, 1954, Bernice Eddy, a veteran scientist at the National Institutes of Health in Bethesda, Maryland, was checking a batch of the new Poke and Smoke for safety. Created by Jonas Salk, the Poke and Smoke was hailed as the miracle drug that would conquer the dreaded illness and that killed and paralyzed children. Eddy's job was to examine samples submitted by the companies planning to make it. And as she checked a sample from Cutter Laboratories in Berkeley, California, she noticed that the Poke and Smoke designed to protect against the disease had given polio to a test monkey. Rather than containing killed virus to create immunity, the sample contained live infectious virus.
Yeah. That's a problem.
Roughly 40,000 got abortive polio with fever, sore throat, headache, vomiting, and muscle pain. 51 were paralyzed, 5 died. An estimated 120,000 children wound up getting the tainted vaccine.
They got off light.
Yeah.
5 died, that's it?
5, yeah. 51 paralyzed for life.
Oh, yeah.
Gonna get spun up?
Yeah.
I'm
going to be honest.
You get your cold brew, are you fine?
I'm good. I'll be honest. Like if I was like that paralyzed for life, like you're living in an iron lung like that, I'd have to have somebody kill me. I just couldn't live like that. I couldn't.
Yeah, I mean, just
I'd want to go for the do-over.
Look at this photo here if you really want to, if you want to get spun up.
Yeah, that kid's
a 2-month-old Martha Ann Murray, 1952, Tucson, Arizona.
I'm sure she's dead.
Wow, man. That's a big head for a kid that's only 2 months old. I will say that.
I call those babies mama wreckers.
There's definitely a mama wrecker in there, man.
Yeah.
Woo.
I had a couple soldiers with like heads of unusual size, and they usually wind up with some name, Mama Wrecker 1, and I attach a number to it because. That's
a thing in the military, isn't it? Heads of unusual size, or is that just a thing that you get?
No, I spring that up all the time. Like, you have a head of unusual size. Your nose is of unusual side, or a Captain Creepy.
Captain
His name-
Creepy. Riggs!
That's like, and he was creepy.
Yeah.
That's like, are you fucking with me?
You fucking with me,
Are you
man?
serious?
You fucking with me, man?
But it wasn't spelled like creepy. Creepy was like some weird spelling.
Yeah.
But when you looked at it, you're like, does that says creepy?
Huh?
And he's just like, I don't know what you're talking about. And I'm like, are you fucking with me right now, sir? Are you serious? Are you being serious here? Are you really a creepy guy? Because I don't want nothing to do with this. You know?
No.
We had to get rid of him.
Yeah. We had to get your head's too big. You got to get out.
He was an 03 and we eat 18 his ass. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
It's good times, great oldies. Let's do some more super chats, and then we'll get back to more of the extraordinarily depressing experiments. I think after seeing a 2-month-old in an iron lung,
Yeah,
because
that
of
was
a taint
terrible,
of
man.
smoke and smoke,
Terrible.
I think we need to lighten things up a little bit. Michael Pelletier, one wonders if there's some place that you can go to be guaranteed to catch the coof without the intention of acquiring antibodies. Seems to be safer.
I don't know. I mean, I had the antibodies in September of
Last year.
last year.
Yeah.
And then I caught it again coming back. I went to Vegas and caught it in the plane.
Yeah, we all did.
And the thing is like I didn't even have any symptoms other than my cough was a little harsher than it normally is.
Yeah. Well, the first time that I had it was before anybody even knew about it. September 2019. There was actually local news reports around here of a mysterious virus. And anybody who's actually, looked into it and not relied on the lamestream media knows that satellite photos in China show hospital population surges going back as early as August. So,
Yeah.
but that they never lied. They never tried to obfuscate the truth and keep it from everybody until it was way beyond, outside containment and it was just everywhere. They wanted to wait till the Chinese New Year specifically for that. It's just a theory, but, I think it holds up. Yeah, they said that it mimicked allergies in its initial stages because, your taste and your smell would be affected. Mm-hmm. I went in thinking that I had a flu of some kind, and then they said I had allergies because they looked up into my nose, and then they didn't even bother to look at the rest of me. Oh, you got allergies. They put me on allergy medication, didn't do shit. And then I had a lingering cough that lasted until Thanksgiving.
Yeah, well.
Other than that, though, wasn't worse than anything else I've already had.
Yeah.
I've had pneumonia. That sucked.
I've had pneumonia too. That was not pleasant.
Not pleasant at all. We just cracked 1,000 viewers. Thank you all for joining.
Yeah! How many likes we have?
561.
Dude, we're only at 55% like ratio. Come on.
I know, right? To quote your last girlfriend, that's just too small. All right? You got to crank it up.
Come on. Put a band on it or something.
Put a band on it or something. You got to trap the blood in there. Make sure that it really touches the keyboard, if you know what I mean. I don't know what they make the keys on this thing out of, but whatever it is, it's non-stick. I don't know what that was, but
I don't know.
It sounded impressive.
Yeah, it was.
Hang on, here we go.
Crazy Uncle's back again. Chain of Command asked what we wanted to order to volunteer for the stick. I say DD214. If you're confused, ask Popp.
Yeah, that means I'm out.
Fuck
I'm
this shit, I'm
ETSing. Yeah, give me my DD214. Fuck this shit, I'm out.
Fuck this shit, I'm out.
Listen, if you go in the service now, and they put you on that new retirement bullshit, it's not even worth your time. Do your one enlistment, get the fuck out, go get your college education, and get on with your life. Leave the military in the rearview mirror because it's being run by idiots anyway.
Indeed.
Fuck them.
Yeah, fuck him. Suck it, dick.
I was gonna say.
Hey, what are you gonna do? Jose Zendejas, $4.99 donation. Sergeant Popp, check your P.O. box. Sent you some trinkets. Should be there by now.
All right, I will.
In like a month.
Okay.
You know how it is.
Yeah, I go there every 4 to 6 weeks.
4 to 6
I
weeks.
went 2 weeks ago. I'll go back.
It's like you're checking to make sure that it's not pregnant. What the hell?
Dude, why you gotta go there? That's fucked up. Come on, man.
I'm just saying. It's very specific.
It is.
Just imagine. I'm not even going to go there.
Hey.
I'll get you spun up if I try to go there.
No, don't do it.
I'm not going to talk about your kids.
No, hey.
One of them's legal now. I'm just saying.
Don't say hey.
And that dude's going to get himself a Craigslist crony. Wah, wah, wah. The Drinking Straw donated $10. Kentucky Tractor Puller. The act of the male and a female or male performing anal. During the shagnanigans, the receiver clenches their butt cheeks tightly and runs with the penis still in the buttocks.
Yeah.
If you could actually pull that off, man, you would have some ass
that-
muscles that could crunch like a whole forest of walnuts.
Crack walnuts with that thing.
Woo! It's a good time.
That's not good at all.
So go 308. I like my women like I like my COVID. 19, breathtaking and easily spread.
All right. Yeah. 19.
Now there's a joke I can get behind.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Easily spread.
Oh. A Dumb Esther. $5 donation. An old friend who joined the Army called me recently. While we talked, he brought up that the number one COD of soldiers isn't enemy combatants, it's self-deletions from people who've been Dear John'd. I told him that he had to look you up. Which vids should I send him? Purple Heart's Final Beat.
Well, that's
That'd be a
number
good
one. Deploy Ahoy.
Yep.
Pre-divorce mentality. And then you have to look for the, don't, what's the other suicide video that YouTube took down? It's on it's on DTube.
Yeah, if you look up DTube or any of the alt tech sites, because when they took it down, I did put it on BitChute and some of the others. It's just called How Not to Kill Yourself.
Yeah.
And YouTube took it down because it promoted self-harm.
Yeah, like what the hell?
Susan Woe Jerky, suck it long, suck it hard, and don't you dare spit that shit out because I know you've swallowed worse.
That's her name, Woe Jerky?
I don't even know how to pronounce it. That's why I just call her Woe Jerky now.
Oh, okay. It's probably Wojcik or some Polish name.
It is a Polish name, but that is how she got her job. Go down a little too deep on the last guy that you tried to get the CEO position from. Next thing you know, and then you're off to the races. Fellow war hoarder, please check the email titled The Menagerie Files. Please share with some people. Winning.
All right.
Menagerie Files. Maybe that's one of the many that you just overlook.
Because it's what you do, man.
Yes and no. Come on.
Well, I mean, you have like 9,000 unread emails.
No, I have like 800. And those are like from like, I don't know, a year and a half ago.
So delete them.
I have to go back to do it. I don't care.
Well, you can always just isolate all the unread shit in your mailbox after you checked all the stuff you know you need, and then just 86 the rest.
Yeah. That requires organization. I don't do that. Jesus.
Excuse me. That's some good stuff right there. Attention! What is the one good thing about child sniffers? They drive slowly in the school zones.
Oh, my God.
Well, they got to check out the buffet.
That's just disgusting.
They got to see what's tasty over there. Hey, how you doing? You want some ice cream? They call me Mr. President. They're wrong, but that's what they call me.
Man, stop it.
Had the most extensive voter fraud campaign in the history of these United States of America. Yeah.
He admitted it on right on TV.
That's why he doesn't answer questions. And when he goes to answer questions, he's like, all right,
I got to be quick because otherwise I'm going to get in trouble.
Come on, man.
Jill won't milk the steer for me anymore. See, the only way I can even work now is if she puts 3 fingers in the back.
Damn.
She calls it a straight massage, but I think I'm getting that wrong. It feels like the Handmaid's Tale every time I need to take a shit.
Damn. Oh, how many people we got on there now?
Biden couldn't shit unless he wrote an executive order to make him do it. We still have about 900 people watching. Thank you all very much for tuning in. I'm wondering if the likes are stuck or if they've, been jumped down again.
Well, we've gone through a lot of super chats. Let's go back to the other stuff.
Oh, we're ready to go back to it?
Yeah.
All right. Actually, you know what? Let me just go through the rest of the Streamlabs donations here. There's only a few of those, and
Okay.
then we'll jump right back in. Tracy Wilborn. Donated 666.
Damn, that's a specific number.
Mark of the beast. I live within 75 miles of the first atomic detonation and have for most of my life.
Yep.
Explains why you watch this show. You're all fucked up. Well, you know, in this day and age, just telling the truth means that you're screwed up beyond repair.
Or get you nuked.
Get you nuked.
Yeah. You told the truth? Nuke 'em.
Nuke 'em. Duke Nukem. Jimmy Bones, I heard a cork pop earlier. I recognize that sound any day. Gives me a small amount of drinking PTSD. Yeah. That's how it goes, man. And we've all been there. What is the, you know what? Story time before we get back into this.
All right.
I know that a lot of your drinking career is a blackout haze. But from what you can remember, what is the absolute worst experience you ever had just getting fall down, drag out sick from drinking too much booze?
I was in the back seat of my buddy's car. I had to throw up. So I leaned. I literally fought my way to the window behind the passenger side. We're doing 70. I start throwing up. It's going back in my face and splattering everyone in the car and everyone screaming.
Oh,
that was terrible. Terrible.
Oh, yeah. Your buddy who got...
He was so pissed.
Your buddy who got hammered, or not, didn't get hammered, but he got sick on the Gemini roller coaster.
On the roller coaster?
Oh.
That was great. But we weren't drinking.
No booze involved.
We were just in middle school.
That was just sheer stupidity on your buddy's part.
Yeah.
I'm going to have a slice of pizza, and I'm going to have me some ice cream, and all this. I'm going to jump on
and
a roller
Slurpee.
Coaster. Yeah, that's not going to mix up
dude,
and
we're
cause
going on
problems.
a roller coaster, man. Yeah, take it easy. Can't you wait till we're done? I'm hungry now.
I'm hungry, man.
And then as soon as he pukes, 10 minutes later, he looks at me like, I'm hungry. You asshole.
I'm hungry now. Wow.
That's some good shit right there. That was funny.
And that was a junior hog slayer. That was back before you even tasted your first bit of bacon.
That was before Space Ghost.
Before Space Ghost. We've all had that moment.
That was before Space Ghost.
We've all had that moment. Yeah. You know what? Let's ask the chat. And then we'll try to get to some of those later on. What was your Space Ghost moment? When was that moment when you first realized titties and that your life was basically over, that your carefree existence of childhood was just a thing of the past?
Crushed.
Just over.
Yep.
Over!
I remember those. I remember that.
Yeah.
Nutso.
And, of course, we're just going to knock out two that everybody knows about right off the bat. Tuskegee!
Oh, yeah!
1932. The Public Health Service officials visited Tuskegee, Alabama, where they recruited 600 stunning and brave people of color to receive treatment for bad blood. Yes. That is the excuse that they used. The reason the men didn't believe that they had become unwitting participants in one of the most controversial medical studies in recent times. Of these study participants, 399 were suffering from the advanced stages of syphilis, Riggs, which at that time was incurable, while the other 201 served as controls.
Wow.
Under the guise of offering medical treatment, the Public Health Service set out to study the effects of untreated syphilis in stunning and brave people of color men. Doctors enticed the poor, mostly illiterate Macon County residents to take part in return for free medical examinations, rides to the clinic, and hot meals on examination days. For the participants, many of whom had never even visited a doctor, the offer seemed too good to refuse.
Wow.
Deception was the coin of the realm. It says here that the study was originally supposed to last for 6 months, and the Public Health Service decided to continue it when the participating doctors deemed that only autopsies could determine the damage the disease caused. In other words, the doctors would just keep tabs on these dudes until they died.
See, that's a special kind of evil right there. Holy shit.
Totally would never happen again.
Yeah.
See, this is just evidence of that systemic white supreme pizza and racism.
That's messed up, man.
And guess what? They did the same thing in Guatemala.
What?
Yeah, the Guatemala syphilis experiment.
No,
this was 10 years after Tuskegee. The American Medical Research Project that lasted from 1946 to 1948, known for its unethical experimentation on vulnerable human populations in Guatemala.
What the?
The intent was to study the test the value of different medications, including the antibiotic penicillin and the arsenical agent. Not going to try to pronounce it, in the prevention of system emergence following infection with certain STDs.
Arsenic medicine.
Yes.
It's got arsenic in it. It's a fucking poison.
Diagnostic testing arm of the study investigated methods to refine STD screening techniques. The total study population included more than 5,500 Guatemalan prisoners, sex workers, soldiers, children,
Oh my
and
God.
psychiatric patients, about 1/4 of whom were deliberately infected with syphilis, gonorrhea,
No.
or chancroid.
What is chancroid?
I don't know. You know what? Let's
That
look it
doesn't
up.
sound good at all.
That doesn't sound good. That sounds worse than the other two. What is
Syphilis is pretty
chancroid?
goddamn bad.
Let's see. It's a bacterial infection that causes sores on the mouth, lips, throat, anus, tongue, vagine, or penis. Belongs to the family of bacterial infections resulting in open sores in the area located around men's and women's genitalia.
Those pictures are terrible.
I didn't know that those pictures were going to be there, man.
God damn.
We're going to get banned.
Holy smokes, those are terrible.
And like I said, 10 years after Tuskegee,
But the thing is,
they
they
took it to
probably
another
like this
country.
is totally fine because they're not American citizens.
Wow.
Yeah, that is
Just wow.
What the hell's going on with the human race? We don't even deserve to exist.
See, this is why aliens don't bother with us for anything other than butt probes. Because that's what we deserve.
Wow. That. I mean,
We've been anally rapaying this planet and its people
for a long time.
for millennia.
I didn't know
We
anything
deserve
about
no
this
better.
Guatemala thing. That's so messed up.
It is really messed up. So you didn't know about that one.
No. What's the basis for experiments at the bottom of that page?
Basis for the experiments, let's see here. At the start of World War II, U.S. medical researchers were tasked to find an effective strategy for preventing the contraction of STDs among soldiers who consorted with prostitutes. Rigs! It all comes back to rigs.
So wait a minute. So all right, because soldiers are shagging dirty quim, we now have to find other people in another country and infect them with dirty quim diseases.
Yes.
That is so fucked up.
It gets worse.
Oh God. Okay.
This study design wasn't even based off of the Tuskegee design. There was another experiment that actually took place in the United States that this was based on. The Terre Haute prison experiments of Indiana, which were carried out on consenting prisoners.
Did they
And the
tell them what they're going
penitentiary.
to do? I mean, if they tell you up front, you consent. Okay.
Yeah.
You consent.
Intended to test for preventative strategies for
Gonorrhea. No.
the Terre Haute study ultimately failed to meet its goals because of difficulties with establishing the infection in subjects. As a result, testing different inoculation methods for gonorrhea, syphilis, and chancroid formed a major part of the Guatemala experiments. Among the most controversial methods used was normal exposure, in which sex workers infected with syphilis were used to transmit the disease to unsuspecting prisoners. Gee, I wonder why they were consenting prisoners. Oh, you mean I get a conjugal visit?
Oh, so you bring in infected whores
to bang prisoners.
And then these prisoners who get no quim, like, hey, you get to hit this chick. Oh yeah. Oh my God.
Wow.
Oh my God, the evil. Oh.
I mean, isn't there something in a legal contract about being of sound mind and body and not being coerced into signing a legal document?
Yeah.
I'm just asking for a friend. I mean,
Dude, that is just terrible.
Wow. Come swallow a heels up, pull my Harris.
Got nothing on that.
She got moist just from the idea of us talking about this.
Yeah.
She wishes that she could be this depraved.
That's some Joseph Mengele shit right there.
Yes, it is. Holy.
I mean, the stuff they're doing in Guatemala And then Tuskegee, I mean, that's like Joseph Mengele did shit like this in World War II.
Wow. Just wow, man. That is nuts on your chin. And not in a good way.
Like Joseph Mengele, like literally some of his experimental protocols were, infecting people with syphilis and other VD.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Briggs! Damn.
Dude, that is just savage.
That is extremely savage.
Oh my God.
But they didn't learn from
My
it.
faith in humanity.
Of course they didn't learn from it.
No, here we go.
One of the largest human experiments in history was conducted on unsuspecting residents of San Francisco.
Hang on. I bet you they were doing it to gays, right?
Well, it's San Francisco.
Well, that's back then. That's the way they roll. They still do, but.
One fact that many people may not know about San Francisco's fog is that in 1950, the U.S. military conducted a test to see whether it could be used to help spread a biological weapon in a simulated germ warfare attack.
Are you kidding me?
Nope.
What was it?
This is just the start of many such tests around the country that would go on in secret for years. The test was a success, as Rebecca Creston explains at Discover magazine, and one of the largest human experiments in history. It's also one of the largest offenses of the Nuremberg Code since its inception. The code stipulates that voluntary and informed consent is required for research participants. Oh, boy.
All right, so let me get this straight. So there's a fog, and they're like, wow, this fog, it's really thick. Wonder how we could... Hey, let's use it for this.
Yep. Fortunately, only one person died from it, Mr. Edward Nevin, and 10 others were hospitalized.
What type of biological...
It just says germ warfare. Let me see if there's anything. Okay, here we go. It all began in the late September 1950 when over a few days a Navy vessel used giant hoses to spray a fog of two kinds of bacteria. Serratia marcescens and Bacillus globigi, both believed at the time to be harmless, out into the fog where they disappeared and spread over the city. It is noted that a successful biological warfare attack on this area can be launched from the sea, and that effective dosages can be produced over relatively large areas, concluded a later declassified military report.
Wow, that is just crazy. So what would they have done if it really was like uber successful and hundreds of thousands of people got sick? How are you going to justify that?
You really can't.
In my opinion, the people who signed off on that, as soon as they discovered that, they should have been lined up and shot. That is treason right there.
It is nuts.
That is treason.
That is really nuts. Oh, there's more.
All right, keep going. I mean, we might as well just bat 1,000.
Bat 1,000 here.
Just bat 1,000. Let's just do it.
This is an article from 1979, back when the Washington Compost actually used to do journalism. Reports suggests CIA involvement in Florida illnesses. The CIA may have conducted open-air tests of whooping cough bacteria in Florida in the mid-1950s, when state medical records show a whooping cough outbreak killed 12 people.
Yeah, that shit kills you, especially young kids.
Yeah. And funny enough, who actually completed this investigation? The Church of Scientology.
What?
Yeah. According to a Church of Scientology analysis of agency records. The Scientologists said their examination, I didn't even know this was around in 1979, said their examination about 150 pages of financial records released in recent years by the CIA indicates that the agency conducted at least one open-air biological test along Florida's Gulf Coast in 1955. Again with the 1955. What, giving a bunch of kids polio wasn't enough? You got to fuck around and give them whooping cough too?
Listen, wow. I'm going to tell you, and you know what? And this was in 1955, okay? We're looking back like, this is reprehensible. Oh, what are they doing now? We don't even know.
No.
You have no idea what they're fucking doing now.
Back then, the intelligence apparatus as we know it today was practically in its infancy.
Yeah.
And now they've got a back door into virtually everyone's smartphone, computer.
Yeah, that doesn't know. That
Just imagine the kind of shit they can get away with now. Because not only can they do it,
especially
they
with
can
the
also,
Patriot Act.
Yeah, they can also weaponize the media and the establishment and big tech to make sure that you never find out about it.
But with the poke and smoke, like, it hasn't been properly tested. So basically, the entire world is the guinea pig.
Yep.
Does anyone see? That's a huge, huge problem.
And people are lining up for it and shaming others for refusing to be the guinea pig.
Yeah.
But 7 months ago, Evil Orange Man, I'm not going to get that poke and smoke. No. Anything that he signed off on must be fascist.
Yeah.
They've done a complete 180, and they expect you to believe that they're ideologically consistent.
Yep.
Think about that.
Unbelievable.
And like you were saying before about the anthrax vaccine, we had to get there eventually.
Oh, yeah.
Did the anthrax vaccine make troops ill?
Yes, it did.
Now, if you try to find out about this on the internet, you're going to have a real hard time.
All right. Not only during the first Gulf War was it the anthrax vaccine, but they used the same shit a decade later, and they still hadn't had it approved through the FDA. They had 10 fucking years to get their ducks in a row, do the proper testing, and they still didn't do it.
Yep.
What does that tell you? They don't fucking care.
Yep. So many things that are wrong here. They'd come home with illnesses like chronic fatigue syndrome, fibromyalgia, functional gastrointestinal disorders, and other undiagnosed illnesses. It's insane. And then the various things, as many as 17 different poke and smokes in a short period of time.
Yep.
These vaccinations included the botulinum toxoid poke and smoke and the anthrax, which were not yet approved by the FDA.
Yep.
Others included yellow fever, typhoid, cholera, hepatitis B, meningitis, whooping cough, polio, and
that's all standard shit. I got all that stuff. So
yeah. But if you get all of it at the same time, that's one hell of a cocktail.
Let me tell you, there was a couple times where I got the entire shot card in both arms, and I was effed up for days.
Oof.
I know I'm not going to live to be an old man. It's not going to happen.
And just like the actual divorce rates of the military, the Pentagon is doing everything that they can to make sure that this does not get out. You don't know how hard it was for me just to find this.
I know.
And this is vague salad right here.
Vague salad. I love that. I'm going to write that down.
I'm just saying.
I like that.
It's bad news bears. But one good thing that came out of this, even if it turns out they're completely wrong, one good thing that came out of it, and I'm sure it has nothing to do with the 4,100 deletions from the completely safe poke and smoke that's currently being pushed on the American public. Right? Mm-hmm. Right? Oh, he's actually writing it down. Let's check it out.
Stop it.
What?
Don't fuck with
you doing it. Write it down.
I'm writing shit down, man. That's what I do.
The military can't get troops to take the COVID smoke and poke. Yes. Come again?
I don't blame them.
Service members aren't getting the poke and smoke. That's a problem, and it's more complicated than you'd expect.
Well, 40%.
You know what? I guarantee it. You look at this same author 7 months ago, he would have been saying the reverse of this.
Well, 40% of the Marine Corps, basically declined to take it.
Yep. About 1/3 of military service members are refusing to take the poke and smoke. In some units, refusal rates exceeded half.
Good.
At a time when the virus remains as dangerous as ever.
Oh my God.
Yeah, 99.97% survival rate. Dangerous.
Well, not to
ever.
mention these are soldiers. They're in probably the best shape of their life.
Oh my God.
They've already survived basic, so their immune systems are primed.
Yep.
And they've been vaccinated against everything already.
Yep.
I mean, it's so stupid.
And I love this. The author says, that's bananas. Yet the military says troops who decline the poke and smoke will face no repercussions or changes to their assigned duties, meaning even uninoculated troops will remain deployable around the country and the world. What the hell? And because of the anthrax and all of those other poke and smokes, the deal is federal law prohibits the mandatory application of medicines within the military that are not fully licensed by the U.S. Food and Drug Administration. So for once, the military actually has it better than you do.
Well, the thing is like when they gave me the anthrax, I didn't have an option. I had to get it.
Yeah. And I love how this author, this person who probably fancies himself a journalist, recognizes that trying to push this on the military is illegal.
And wants to do it anyway.
And wonders why, and never bothers to draw the line in his head that, hey, if it's not actually approved by the FDA, and if I wouldn't physically go out and eat something, like make a meal out of something that didn't at least get a once over. When does the cognitive disconnect stop and the actual intelligence start to take over?
It doesn't. These are sheeple. Sheeple, listen, they're sleeping behind the wheel. They literally they're slaves to fear. They don't want to do their own research. They're right, everyone's wrong. They're lived truth. Everyone gets a trophy. I mean, they're just idiots.
Yeah. I mean, of course, it's all fear. Full approval could take years, during which time hundreds of thousands of service members will apparently remain susceptible to and potentially vectors of the EO.
Who will more than likely be just fine and develop their own immunity without getting the stupid-ass shot.
Well, not to mention, they still have to get all of the other shots that have been approved by the FDA and which probably arm them quite well. Not to mention, they're in the peak physical fitness of their lives at that point against this shit.
Like when I talk to my doctor, he's like, "Hey, you got all those vaccinations in the Army. You got the antibody for the EIU. Who knows? Maybe there's a correlation there. I don't know, but
maybe.
I never had the symptoms. Nothing."
And the cognitive disconnect continues.
Oh, here we go.
There's a good reason for this law. The government and military have nasty histories of experimenting on people, including service members, without their knowledge or consent. In fact, the law has been put to the test. Okay, so this person understands exactly why this law is in place, and yet it's still bananas.
Yeah.
Wow.
Look, man, that person needs their head kicked.
I mean, what college did Andrew McCormick go to for his so-called journalism degree? Did you pay money for that degree? Can you get the money back? Because clearly they didn't educate you. You're a fucking moron.
Not in critical thinking.
Holy shitballs.
Oh, my God.
Wow. Wow.
This is some badass shit here, man. This is beyond horrible.
And then my favorite last two articles of the whole day.
Oh, here we go.
Both written while Trump was in office by the lamestream media. This first one here is the Los Angeles Times. Letters to the editor. Warp speed vaccine manufacturing sickened 40,000 kids with polio in the 1950s.
Correct.
So they're well aware.
They're all aware the warp speed stuff is not really, doesn't have a good track record.
Yep. And if that's not good enough for you.
Oh, no.
Because anybody who watches Crowder knows what's been coming out of the Communist News Network.
Well, hang on. They did a swine flu, a bunch of vaccinations in the 70s that went really bad.
Oh, yeah? I didn't hear about that one.
And they had a lot of the same effects. It was attacking people's nervous systems.
Of course.
All kinds of problems down the road.
Yeah. And not to mention, if you've already had the EIU, and then you were to get the vaccination for the same variant that you've already had, that can potentially cause a cytokine storm, which can also
whiplash.
Kill you in agonizing amounts of pain.
Yeah, it's a whiplash.
It's good times. But yeah, the Communist News Network, even they knew. Past vaccine disasters show why rushing a coronavirus poke and smoke now would be colossally stupid. And now they are on the pain train pushing this BS harder than anybody. Wow.
Yep.
Just wow. Is anybody going to hold these mother fornicators accountable eventually? Anyone? Bueller?
Well, the thing is like they always sit on it. They wait 20, 30 years, maybe more, and then they're like, oh, yeah, we were terrible. Somebody issues an apology, and they sing Kumbaya.
Yeah. That makes it all better. Yeah.
I'm sorry. That's absolute horseshit.
Yeah. Bill Clinton's apology for the radiation tests that were done to people, to pregnant women.
Or the apology for the Tuskegee people.
Yeah.
That's
That
just
totally
so fucked up, man.
totally makes up for all of it because they're different and they love you.
Oh my God.
Wow.
I'm trying to look up that swine flu.
And if there's one thing that we know about history, it's that it repeats itself.
Okay.
And when you have a government now that feels emboldened by stealing home plate, pretty sure they don't think twice about stealing your right to assemble peacefully, to speak your mind, or travel, unless you agree to become a lab rat.
Correct.
Just saying.
So if you do a search for swine flu debacle 1976,
Swine flu debacle.
1976,
Let's check it out.
they halted it after 500 people dirt darted.
Ooh.
We have 10 times that.
Smithsonian Magazine. Here we go. Let's check it out.
Oh no, it's Julian Barr syndrome receiving the,
Oh,
and 25 died.
No,
What
the
is
long-
Julian Barr syndrome?
the long shadow of the 1976 swine flu poke and smoke fiasco. Some, but not all, of the hesitance to embrace poke and smokes can be traced back to this event more than 40 years ago. How many did you say died?
Sounds like 25, but a bunch of them developed a some kind of Epstein-Barr syndrome or something like that.
Oh, Epstein-Barr, yeah.
I don't know. Is it in there? God damn it! Damn it!
This is why I tend not to look up stuff as we're going because I haven't looked at it yet.
I know.
And it just sounds kind of funky when you try to.
What's it called? It's
Wing it.
500 thought to develop Julian Barr. Guillalin -Barre syndrome.
Interesting.
After
Oh no, Guillain-Barré
yeah,
syndrome.
that's it. Whatever that is.
As soon as you spelled it, I was like, okay.
I have dyslexia. What do you want from me?
Or Guillain-Barré if it's pronounced.
Because
that way.
I remember this all over the news when I was a kid.
Yeah, this was before my time.
Yep.
The real victims of this scamdemic were likely the 450-odd people who came down with Guillain-Barré syndrome, a rare neurological disorder, after having gotten the 1976 flu shot. On its website, the CDC notes that people who got the poke and smoke did have an increased risk of approximately one additional case of GBS for every 100,000 people who got the poke and smoke.
So is that same bullshit is happening with the new poke and smoke?
In fact, it's at a much higher rate.
Correct. And that this in 1976, they threw a shit fit over this.
Yep.
And now it's not even a speed bump.
Yeah, and this we're looking back on this with clear glasses.
Yes.
This is done. 450 odd people who got Guillain-Barré. It doesn't look like anyone actually died.
25 people died.
Okay, 25 people. Contrast that with over 4,100 people
Almost 42.
in 3 months.
You round it up. Almost 42. What's it going to be like in 2 years?
Yeah.
At what point, and I don't even think we're even getting all the numbers, because some of these people could be old and they died of something else, and they're like, he's 80.
Yeah,
She's north of 70, the old gray mule, she just ain't what she used to be. Throw her in the box and let's go.
Yeah, we can warp the numbers. She died of something else.
Yeah, but the thing is, when they need to pad the numbers for the EIU deaths, people are blowing their heads off in their living room. It's like, it's totally COVID right here. Yeah, I mean, get the hell out of here.
I guarantee you more people have died because of the lockdowns, the social isolation, and the downright tyranny and oppression of the far left governments in the states and municipalities than anything else. Guarantee it. I guarantee you more people have died in China because of them trying to squash it than actually got the disease.
Well,
Guarantee it. But they're never, ever going to give out their numbers.
No,
So
no. But you know what? The word on the street. I was watching Al Jazeera. It's a shame I have to watch Al Jazeera to get anything like close to the news.
that is sad.
There's
Very
like
sad.
some different, very, how should I say, dangerous strains in India
Yeah.
that have developed. And
Iron-
those are here now. You
Yeah.
know that because everyone jumps on a plane and can fly anywhere.
Yep. The Iron Pete the Great just had a comment pop up. Only 1% of the injuries attendant to this are actually being reported to the VAERS.
Really?
Yeah. So let's just toss it out there. If that carries through across the board,
What the
And this-
VARS is that?
that's the poke and smoke, like
Administration.
adverse effects.
Okay. Yeah.
reporting
Yeah. Yeah.
system.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So if that's at 1% and that extrapolates through and through, do the math yourself. It's not good.
400K in
Yeah.
4 months.
There you go.
420K.
I mean,
wow.
because again, you got to follow the money. Locking people down and keeping them afraid created over 500 new billionaires.
in
right?
China.
No, just all over the planet. That's
Yeah.
500 is all over the planet.
Yeah. Okay.
And that comes from fear. So you pad the numbers. The guy who, decided to eat a 12 gauge headache pill in his living room, he's still counted as a death just because he happened to have it at the time.
Well, people who died in car crashes,
Yep.
heart attacks,
A buddy of mine,
cancer.
a buddy of mine is deputy chief of police of one of the local suburbs here, told me flat out he witnessed a car crash and actually saw it on the frickin' coroner's report afterwards that it was listed as a COVID death.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
You know what? You should talk to him and see if you can get a Xerox copy of that. We'll put it on the show.
That would be epic.
Yeah, we'll just take out
Yeah.
the last name of the victim and just use first name only,
Yeah.
and take out the accident report number.
Yep.
That way, there's no traceable marks
I got it.
back to the family and stuff. Because I don't want to put any money. through
No.
that.
You don't want to do any of that stuff.
I'm not. Listen. I don't want to put any more pain on somebody. But we need the people need to know what's up.
Yeah. And, just same thing we were saying. They inflated the numbers before. Now, flip it around. If you want to make money off of the poke and smoke, you have to do everything in your power to reduce those numbers of ill effects to make sure that people are not afraid of that.
But the thing is, just think about it. So they're already talking. You got to get a booster in 6 months.
Yeah.
Okay, they're going to be selling boosters every 6 months is forever
Yep.
on something that has not been tested or approved.
Yep. And like the one idiot journalist pointed out, the actual approval could take years. And that'll be contingent on them manipulating a lot of these numbers. I guarantee it.
Well, you know what? The government didn't. They had 10 years between the first Gulf War and second Gulf War to get anthrax approved, and they still didn't fucking do it. They don't care.
No, they don't.
All right, I'm getting spun up here. God damn it! Yeah, son of ah!
We got 1,000 people watching who love it when Pop gets spun up.
Listen. I've been to war. Death is part of the profession. All right, but there was never any hate in it. All right, if the enemies or enemy combatants or whatever, our enemy had weapons and they were using them in our direction, we defended ourselves. We did what we had to do. That's just the way it is. But this is insidious. I mean, my God, just the level of sheer evil, it just dumbfounds me, man.
Yep.
Oh my
And
God.
there's never a shortage of it, ever. As long as there is a way to make money off the misery of others, there will be somebody out there repugnant enough to look at it and be like, well, if I don't know them,
Doesn't
what
matter.
difference does it matter to me?
Yeah.
It's the same thing with the Paris Climate Accords.
I'm just like this whole RNA thing. It's basically hijacking your inner workings of your cells to create these spike proteins. And what else do these spike proteins stick to in your body? I mean, there could be all kinds of problems down the road because those spike proteins, they stuck to stuff that regulates your blood pressure.
Mm-hmm.
So I could see if you keep making these spike proteins and you can't control your blood pressure, well, there goes your kidneys.
Yep.
And you're going to get a stroke, especially if you can't bring it down. And if the spike proteins are sticking to all of your ACE receptors in your body, that means the medication you use to lower your blood pressure by interdicting those receptors won't work because the spike proteins are already filling all of the open receptors. So the medication won't help. And that's just, in my limited knowledge of medicine, that's like the one thing I remember about the whole. And there's ACE receptors in your intestines.
Yep.
There's ACE receptors in your kidneys, your liver, your heart, and men have more. So
it's easier to kill us.
I literally could see men getting royally fucked by this, down the road. Once your body keeps spitting out these ACE receptors for year upon year upon year.
Yep.
I mean, your body makes antibodies for a disease. They stick around for a little while, and then they get flushed out. But your body maintains an imprint of the virus. So if it ever shows up again, your body looks through the catalog. Oh, here it is. All right, get started. Let's fuck this one up again. All right. All right. I'm just going off on a tangent here because I'm getting spun up.
We'll go back to some super chats and put you in a better mood. How does that sound?
All right. Yeah.
All right. Mocking Moniker, I heard from the grapevine that the epidemic affects balding men more than anybody else. What?
I never heard that.
I haven't either. I heard if you're fat and old, you got comorbidities.
Now listen, I did have an acquaintance of mine die, who I used to play Dungeons and Dragons with back in the day, but he was overweight, type 2 diabetic, and he was like 58-ish, almost 60. It's a shame.
That'll do it.
I mean, he's a good dude.
Get spun up. Crazy Uncle. Hey, Pop, will it be safeties off if the stick in the ass, if they're liburinals after all, turn out to cause sterility on a mass scale? Just asking for a friend.
See, I don't know, man. It all depends. That's another thing. What those spike proteins, maybe they stick inside, you're down, the two muscles down below that go in your wife's purse when you get married.
Well, I know for a fact that I've heard at least a few women who were either pregnant or wanted to become pregnant have reported since sterility, or in one case, a woman who was about 28 weeks pregnant.
Boom.
The child's heart stopped within 48 hours.
Because there's ACE receptors in your heart. Who knew? I can't really say. I'm not a doctor. This is just hypothetical conjecture.
I was actually at the Bourne Community Center the other day. We were just hanging out, whatever, in the hot tub. Doctor was actually
talking
to.
Why would you go into a hot tub at a community pool?
Because
that is the DNA sauna.
Everybody's wearing their bathing suits and shit, bro. I don't know. You do whatever you want.
No.
I don't care. I got a sore neck, okay?
All right. You call it whatever you want.
It's a good conversation spot.
Okay.
All right? It's full of chemicals. Whatever. It's not like I'm drinking it like your ex-wife.
Allegedly. You're going to get me sued, man. Come on.
There's a doctor in there, and he's actually talking with this lady. They've got a little kid, and she's talking about how they want to try to have another one within like a year. And they got on the subject of the poke and smoke. And the doctor told her, if you want to have a kid, don't get it.
Yeah, hang on.
Flat out.
Play the thing. I got to.
Oh, we're going to show you guys a new one then. Pop's
my
got to take
God.
a pee break. So we got a new pee break for you. And we got to thank one of our fans for this one because this is genius.
Deep fake.
Don't die me, man.
Yeah.
How'd you guys like that?
Deep fake.
Deep fake.
Pee break.
That's some good stuff right
That
there.
was pretty good.
Pop. James Pop.
Mwah.
Here we go. Ascension! I brought my blind friend a cheese grater. 1 week later, he told me it's the most violent book he ever read.
That's messed up.
Nice. Jimmy Bones, my Space Ghost moment. My friend's cousin came over to hang out with my sister. She was the same age as my sister, 3 years older than me. Sister fell asleep, and she, my friend's cousin, came to watch TV with me. She let me feel her up and make out. I was 12.
Yeah, that'll do it. That'll do it.
That'll do it.
Yeah,
What are you going to do?
that definitely will do it. That'll push over your roller coaster right there.
Yeah, just a bit. Yeah. That's above and beyond Space Ghost right there. Spicy meatballs. Caught the swine flu, 2 weeks of hell, but I haven't been sick since.
Amen.
Yeah, I'm into that. Indian women away. Hey, Sunshine. Pop and Blake, I need you to look up the TV interview between former KGB agent Yuri Bezmenov and Edward Griffins that took place in 1984. I've seen that. You will learn everything that is happening in America is all planned and cased by enemy nations. Yep, just like critical race theory.
Yep.
Critical race theory was basically pioneered by the Frankfurt Academy.
It's
China has using their 1.8 million infiltrates in every facet of academia and politics to push it. That's why Biden is allocating more funds to teach it in schools. But thank Christ, Oklahoma and then just the other day, Tennessee have banned it from
Good.
being taught in public schools.
Yep, and you know what? There's going to be more states coming forward stopping all of this insanity.
Yep.
And then you're going to get to the point where 36 to 38 of them are like, why are we part of this union? This is absolutely insane. They're going to pull out.
Yep.
Might take some time, but it'll happen.
It's going to happen. Ascension! If you have sex with a prostitute without her permission, is it rapé or shoplifting?
Damn! Oh, my God. That's a good question.
Wow! Either way, you walk out of it with a little bit of
Gonorrhea. No. Yeah.
or worst case scenario.
Herpes-gonosyphilis. Yeah! Double shot and pills and no cure.
Nope.
Briggs! Bastard. Soko 556. Did you hear the joke about the cure for COVID? It's a riot. That really does seem to be the what the media is pushing, isn't it? Yeah.
That is.
Because it was Trump rallies that were the super spreader events. It was people protesting lockdowns. Those were the super spreader events.
You know what you need to do moving forward? Is when we get like a joke like that, copy it and put it onto like a text document.
Yeah.
You can save it for historical joking.
It's good stuff.
That is, these are quality jokes.
That actually reminded me of something. One of the fans in the last stream wanted to do a live reaction to a Sabaton music video. As long as we're streaming on YouTube, can't do it.
Yeah.
Because if you play any copyrighted music on YouTube, even during a
Hammered!
live stream, boom, they will pull the stream down.
Yeah,
So
they'll
can't
hammer
do
you.
it.
Yeah.
Sorry about that, but can't do it.
Can't do it.
Crazy Uncle. Hey, Blake, is it me or does this entire situation seem a little too much like V for Vendetta? It's not just you.
Nope. Yeah, it's not just you.
I just got that movie in 4K thanks to my buddy Dustin. Thank you very much. It was a birthday present. I enjoy that one. But yeah, that's one of those movies that it was good when it came out, but now it's better than it was when it was released because it's almost like somebody was dipping into the prophecy fluid.
It's very relevant.
Yes. It's kind of like The Dark Knight Rises. The Dark Knight Rises was good. Not Dark Knight was far better. But now, I rewatched it again last year. That is a way better movie now than it was when it came out. Because you get people thinking that they can rise up against the upper 1%, pulling them out of their homes, kicking the shit out of them. It's not like we have people who want to do that. It's not like that might actually happen if things keep going the way they're going.
It's going to be bad.
Jill. Irish Lover 7745. South Park Scott Tenorman. Chili Cook-Off with Radiohead as a special guest star. Yeah, it's amazing that South Park is still as good as it is after all this time.
I love chili.
Oh, yeah. You want to watch a real chili cook-off, watch Texas Chainsaw Massacre, too. That shit's hilarious.
No, thank you.
Well, you don't like that movie? Not your bag.
No. They start wearing people's skins and shit. That's where I draw a line.
Yeah, I actually preferred the original title, which would have clued people in that this was supposed to be a comedy. Originally, Toby Hooper wanted to call that Beyond the Valley of the Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Yeah.
I thought that would have been much better, much more fitting.
I didn't like it the first one. I just couldn't stand it. Like I couldn't.
You didn't like the first Texas Chainsaw Massacre?
Nah.
Let them have it in the comments, guys.
Yeah.
Dynaside 13, Koof was totally from a market.
No,
Vegas was totally one shooter with a bump stock. The shot is safe. Biden won, and Epstein totally killed himself. Suck a dick, Narf.
In fact, we have a thing on the.
We're gonna do a whole stream on the Vegas shooting on its 1 year anniversary.
Yeah. I'm trying to get my hands on, some of the inside numbers about the settlement that they came to.
As you know what, on the 1 year anniversary of the shooting, I think we need to do a whole stream on it and then just let loose.
It happened 5 years ago, didn't it?
No, it'll be 4 years ago this year if I remember correctly.
Okay, I'm off by one. I'm dyslexic.
No. Jeremiah Davis, $5 donation. If the left keeps it up, we're going Starship Troopers up in here. Service guarantees citizenship. Narf.
Yes.
Yes. And you know what? That's how it should be.
Yeah,
you would never find any argument out of me for that.
I'm going to be honest. Like this, letting everyone and their mother vote, because you have. I mean, literally, it's this mob rule. It's absolutely insane. I'm sorry.
In the butt.
Like you need to have skin in the game to have a say in the way in where the train is going, any steering.
Yeah.
All right. So, like, if you're a vet, yeah. If you're a landowner, yeah. You pay taxes and work, yeah. You receive any federal bullshit, no. Unless it's a retirement from Social Security, or even if you get disability Social Security, you can still vote if you paid into it. If you didn't pay into it, you get nothing.
Yes.
I'm sick of the free handouts. People not doing shit.
It's totally true. And once the 19th Amendment just opened it up to people en masse, it was a golden ticket for people to simply vote in their own self-interest.
Correct.
And that was doubled, tripled, quadrupled dog dared down the gullet. Balls deep. Tonsil tennis massage, you name it.
That was stupid.
Once the so-called war on poverty in the 60s began.
See, now I'm drinking, you bastard.
Isn't that what we're supposed to do?
I don't want to drink.
I mean, people don't.
Don't want to drink hard liquor.
People don't tune in for sober.
Ah.
They want to see drunk Pop get spun up and pissed off.
More like tipsy Pop.
Tipsy Pop. I'm Tipsy Pop. Yeah, so it's drunk Pop when he just grabs the glass like this. Tipsy Pop keeps the finger out when he's drinking his little shot glass.
Pinky.
You can always tell.
Pinky swear.
You have a tell. You're like a bad poker player.
My daughter used to do all the time. You pinky swear? I'm like, yes.
You know, if you break a pinky promise, that means you go straight to hell.
So I usually kept my word on everything I ever told my kids I was going to do.
Well, good. All right, Joseph de Correvon. I'm guessing it's French, but he's got Jimmy or Johnny Cash giving the bird. So that's a pretty good avatar right there. Crazy Uncle, with all the people making so much money mainly due to crypto, do you see the possibility of surrogates becoming a standard? What are your thoughts?
Well, I'm going to be honest. If you have a couple $1,000,000 and you want to have a kid, $30,000 for paying a surrogate is really not that much money. But you're probably better off getting a surrogate from another country.
You almost said cigarette.
Yeah, getting a surrogate from another country than
That's getting smoked and poked right there.
trying to do one here in the States because, that could blow up in your face.
Figuratively and literally.
Well, I mean, if women aren't getting married and they want to have a kid, maybe they'll go for it. I don't know.
Maybe. Noah Zuniga. Urban Dictionary.
Oh God, no!
Alligator F house.
Oh, no.
Which the first time I just cut and pasted it in, and I didn't realize that. Oh yeah, he had to manipulate the algorithm. A daring maneuver. Mid-coitus, one person bites the neck of the other, locks their arms and legs down, and goes into a death roll, all while maintaining insertion, like downshifting a car. See, now that is one of the few that I could actually picture somebody trying to pull.
See, that's not disgusting though.
No.
It doesn't require like a dead body and maggots and all that crap.
True story.
Ugh.
You want to hear something funny?
No.
Munging.
Stop! God damn it! That shit is terrible.
Munging.
Hey. Come on, man. Come on. Let's move along.
Once it's in your brain pan, you just can't get it out.
No, I can't.
I will say this though about the death roll thing. That is actually one thing that my horse chick was good at. Her and I could do the death roll and still maintain. It's
good to have skills.
It was a good skill. Yeah, it's about the only one she had.
Allegedly.
Oh, goodness gracious. Monet shot. 556. Grease pop. Getting into those pink ladies. Yeah. From the deep fake. They put your face on John Travolta's body.
Yeah. Listen, man, that shit's funny, man. I don't remember the guy who made that stuff, but it's comedy gold, man.
Who wants to see a cover of Greased Lightning with Pop in his army jacket?
No.
A Greased Lightning.
Aye.
We can always rewrite it so that he's not talking about car engines and he's talking about guns.
Maybe.
Would that get you in the mood? So now, if watching a musical gets you a homo suspicion point, what does starring in a musical get you?
None, because I would never do it. Never.
Yeah, John Travolta never had to worry about that because he's totally straight.
Yeah, that dude's a boomerang.
Even if once upon a time his wife was the hottest woman in the world before she died, God rest her soul.
Yeah, that's a shame.
I wouldn't have called that one. I would have thought that he would have dirt darted long before her. It's a shame. Every time I see that scene in Mischief, I'm reminded of The Princess Bride. There's a shortage of perfect breasts in the world. 'Twould be a pity to damage yours.
I love that movie. I love the duel.
Yes.
That was great.
I am not left-handed.
Neither am I.
Gotta love that movie. Princess Bride. Rob Reiner was on a fucking roll when he made Princess Bride.
Yeah, he knocked that out of the park.
Spinal Tap. When Harry Met Sally.
I didn't like that one.
To my knowledge, you've never seen it. Because you and I talked about it. I showed you clips. You laughed your balls off. You're like, I've never seen that one.
Well, maybe I didn't.
Billy Crystal.
Yeah.
Bastard.
Is he dead now?
No, he's still around.
Damn it.
Billy Crystal's not dead. Fuck. Drink more. You dick. Arrow Shogun, November 1997, Hilton Head, South Carolina. On vacation with family. 12 and a half years old. Had a room and a TV to myself.
Oh, yeah.
Discovered Showgirl.
Oh, yeah!
I learned where boners come from, how to masturbate, and opened the Pandora's box from hell all in one night. I regret that day.
Don't we all? Don't we all?
I regret the day that I actually watched the sex scene between Elizabeth Berkley and Kyle MacLachlan, because that was the most unintentionally, hysterically funny shit that I've ever seen. If you ever wondered what it would be like to have sex with an epileptic in a swimming pool in the middle of a seizure, just watch Showgirls. That's all you gotta do.
Oh, my Lord.
And that was the woman who broke me when I was a kid.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. All of a sudden, I was just, I was watching Saved by the Bell with my friends who were chicks. My mom was a nanny, just a bunch of chicks in the house, whatever. They always wanted to watch Saved by the Bell. I was bored. I'm like reading my book, and I look up, and there's Elizabeth Berkley. I'm like, who's she? And then I was broken. And then like a year later, Showgirls. I was like,
Bastard.
I'm going to have to watch this. And then as soon as I saw that scene, gone. I had no infatuation with her whatsoever after that. I was like, all right, we're done here.
Nah. This girl lived down the street from me named Rami. Nice tits.
Even the sight of Elizabeth Berkley high-kicking, not wearing underwear, which had to be a creative choice, because there was no reason for her not to be wearing underwear, other than check out the chlamydia clam. It's there. You've been watching it the whole movie. Why not? I was just saying.
Yes, sirree.
Ascension! The time I remember falling for girls was when a girl in my 5th grade class came back after summer break in middle school with full D cups. And she went up 2 pant sizes at 12. Sounds like Ellen.
There's a lot of, that happens.
Not the Ellen on TV.
I can't
There
tell
was
you.
an Ellen I went to school with.
I can't tell you how many times, like, I remember at the end of 7th grade, then the beginning of 8th grade started, and like all these,
Everything flips on a dime.
I was like, holy shit, look at all the titties in this place.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
I was in 7th grade science. No one ever even paid attention to Ellen. And all of a sudden, it's like it literally, like it happened over the weekend. All of a sudden,
Boom, boom,
Ellen, come and get your science test. I'll be there. Like slow motion running up. Everybody's desk started tilting up off the ground on one side.
Yeah. That's how it goes, man. That's how it goes.
Well, yeah. Everybody in the room is just, like Beavis and Butthead watching a, bikini music video on MTV. And it's done. Douglas Shannon passed my tech license Tuesday. New call sign is KD2WHC.
I got to get mine.
You don't have it yet?
No, not yet.
Do it. What's stopping you?
I know. I should.
You're the one telling all these dudes.
I know.
Get on there.
I got like some of the study materials. I just got to. I'm sure I could knock it out like in a week or something.
Yeah, your call sign is going to be POPPWTFLOL.
I wonder if you can like custom get, pay extra money to get a custom call sign.
I don't know.
I think that'd be pretty cool.
Yeah, POPPWETTITS.
Okay.
Pop wet tits.
Oh, that's fucked up.
Or it should be pop man tits.
Ah!
POPPMANTITS.
Moobs.
Moobs.
Yeah.
Pop moobs.
Moobs.
Deep Purple, $4.99. Read an article recently that India is devastated by the because of relaxed restrictions. That's not true. They seemed fine until now. What do you make of it?
I'm gonna be honest. They were doing just fine. I think there's been a variant in the virus.
A variant and probably just an increase in testing.
Well, that and listen.
Well, that's what happened here in Michigan, and in fact, all over the U.S. As soon as case totals started to peter down, all of a sudden you saw a drastic increase in testing. Because they were actually, like state health departments were forcing employers to test employees every week, where they weren't doing that before.
Valid
You
argument.
got to keep the fear going.
You gotta keep it going.
You got to keep it going. You got to feed the geese if you want to keep
Gotta
the
stoke
wheels
that
spinning.
fire of fear and
gotta
keep
do it,
everyone
man.
running around in a panic so they can't think and react.
How are we supposed to take over the world, Brain, if people just go back to doing what they were doing before?
Shut up, Pinky. You gay savage.
No.
Evil Zombie Toe. The woke CIA was bad. Did you see that?
I did see it. It's absolutely stupid.
God.
Well, first of all, when that girl's talking, she's an absolute nutcase. And by the old standards, you would get disqualified ASAP.
No kidding.
And if they ever hire somebody like that and put them in the field, they are dead.
Dead dog.
There will be so many stars on the walls of the CIA office or home office. They'll run out of room.
Yep. How about her admitting that she is diagnosed with anxiety disorder? Is that really who we have running our intelligence agencies?
Yeah. I mean, that's just ridiculous.
And she actually refers to herself as sis. And I was like, oh, man, really?
All of the buzzwords were in that ad. Like I am just flabbergasted that the CIA is stooping to such low
And because
levels.
they're stealing your tax dollars, the CIA won't get woke and go broke.
Nope.
Chew on that one for 5 minutes and then spit it out.
That's right. Well, they'll go woke and get people killed.
Yep.
Because
And they're not going to care.
If she has an anxiety disorder, you're not keeping your calm under pressure.
Yeah.
And in that line of work, you blow your cool, you die.
Yeah.
Just saying.
Most of the people with so-called anxiety disorders just use it as an excuse not to work. I'm just going to say, because
Yeah,
I tried dating a chick who supposedly had a social anxiety disorder and yet didn't mind going down on a chick in the middle of a municipal park. So I'm going to call bullshit on that. Just saying. View was nice. Book recommendation, Monsters from the Id by E. Michael Jones from Fidelity Press, and that comes from Mocking Moniker. Monsters from the Id. Shall I copy and paste into an email for you, Pop?
Sure.
You got it. Because that's how I roll. All right. Crazy Uncle, please remind folks that we want the next chapter. As a person that writes for fun and sometimes commission, it takes a long time. Worth it, though.
You talking about wants me to finish the third book?
Yes.
Yeah, I know.
It'll happen. It'll happen. Takes time.
Nah, once I get rolling, I can knock it out.
Yeah, that's really what it's all about. I remember when I was 16, I started working on my first novella. I actually knocked out the entire thing over Christmas break. It was 70 pages. So.
In the second book, I knocked out in 90 days.
Oh, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Nice. It's not bad at all.
It would have been shorter. I had deleted a whole bunch. There was a big rape scene. I took it out.
Yeah, you don't need that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wish Rob Zombie would get that. No, dude, not every movie you make needs a rape scene, bro. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
And not every character in your movie has to be an analog for yourself. I mean, I love The Devil's Rejects, but every movie that has come after that, there's always has to be one dude in the movie who's got the long hair and the goatee, looks just like Rob Zombie. I'm just like, can we not?
It's good.
Bad
Good
news
times.
bears, bad news bears. Smooth Criminal, can we talk about treasonous John Kerry?
I would love to talk about treasonous John Kerry because
Oh, yeah, he totally didn't give any intel to the Iranians. Never.
I'm going to be honest. In my opinion, there's maybe 6 or 8 people that we have in our government that aren't traitors.
And considering how many hundreds there are, do the math.
A lot of people up there. And this is my opinion. It's my opinion.
Yeah. If this was another era in history, if this were earlier in this country's history, around 1800s, early 1900s, he would have been strung up on the White House lawn by now.
And so would what's his name who was banging that Chinese
Swallows
spy.
well, yeah. And Schiff.
He'd be in jail.
Yeah, you fabricate testimony against a sitting president of the
Jail.
United States of America, not just jail, dead.
Back in the day. Yeah.
When did we stop actually enforcing our own laws?
It's odd. I don't know. I think I think it started off slowly, like in the late 50s, early 60s, and it just slowly did the mission creep until they're not even hiding it anymore.
It's just pathetic, man. It really is. And then, Beijing Biden coming out and saying, hey, when the Constitution says we the people, that means us, the government. Yeah, those rules only apply to us. We're the only ones who are supposed to get their protections. These people out here, the ones that I'm about to fornicate in their fourth point of contact with a 13-inch stainless steel strap on, it doesn't apply to them.
Nope.
Just us.
Nice. All right, let's move along.
You want a JFK haircut? Because that's how you get a JFK haircut.
Allegedly.
Does it really count when all of his hair is fake, though? I'm just asking for a friend. I mean,
Listen, I'm just saying, like, right now, not enough people are affected. But when enough people are negatively affected, and you can't, like I said, when all that bad stuff happens and the dollar takes a tank and we're going down the road to Venezuela, it's going to be, that will be the day of reckoning, and it will be ugly.
yes.
In my opinion.
Tony Soprano. Nigerian hurricane. An act in which a man poops, puts it in a blender, then proceeds to rub his body with it. After this, the man must quickly jump on his partner, attempting to cover them in as much feces as he can, while also using anal penetration.
That's got to be some gay stuff, man.
Well, the thing is, on top of that, if this is actually your tactic for going for the booty hole, aren't you going to have some vomit to contend with as well? I mean, unless this person has an extraordinarily strong stomach.
Or he is using it as camouflage. To sneak up on the booty hole.
And that's not a race thing.
Let's just say it.
He's hiding from the predator. And by that, I mean Joe Biden.
Oh! That's a good one. He can't smell your
Dog
cum.
life.
That's good. That's good. I like it.
Where is he? I can't see him. My thermoscanning must be damaged. I must rely on my other senses to find my prey. Tacos?
That's messed up.
That's why I'm here, bro.
Yeah.
That's why I'm here. Irish Lover 7745. Hit the like button, everyone. Like it's your ex-wife's attorney, allegedly.
How many likes do we have now?
931 out of 995. We're almost there. Almost there. The wall. Chinese. The Chinese eat pangolins. We should reverse engineer genetically pangolins, not eat them. I saw the second Riddick movie. I want dogs with pangolin armor. Looks cool.
Sure, why not?
So the second Riddick movie, you mean Chronicles of Riddick?
I'm not sure.
Because the first one was Pitch Black, then they had Chronicles of Riddick,
Listen,
and then like
We're
Riddick.
literally like 20 years away from like recreating all kinds of animals that used to exist, and then probably after that, make all kinds of other animals by splicing animals together.
Yeah,
It's gonna happen.
yeah, because
We are
scientists are
our
stupid and they didn't watch Jurassic Park enough times, I guess.
we are our own worst enemies.
Yeah.
So, just saying.
You shouldn't do that. Because life finds a way to fuck you in the ass.
Yes, it does. It'll happen,
Don't threaten me with a good time.
dude.
Sweet. The enlightened Mr. Peabody. Caitlyn Gender Studies. Thank you, DeWall, for that last chat as well about eating Chinese. Mr. Peabody again. Is it racist to say? It moved. It moved.
It moved.
Oh my God! There's more here than I thought.
Jesus.
Holy shit! I'm still going. Still going.
Gonna have to go through.
Holy
quite a-
crap! Is it racist to say white people steal bikes better than people of color?
I don't know.
Bow.
Though I went to high school with an individual, I won't say his name, who was a very prolific bike thief, and he was whiter than the day is long.
Yeah. M. Pugat, I have not gotten to your super chat yet, so stop whining.
Let's move along. Let's move along.
And I've kept everything on the screen so that I'm not missing anything. So it's got to be further down the line. That's all I got to say. Unless YouTube itself is screwing up, which is Not something that I would ever put past the realm of possibility, especially since what's
It's not
her name?
like it's happened before.
Susan Wojcicki has been jerking us around. Like, for example, we've amassed over 100 new subscribers on the main channels in the last 2 days, right? Mm-hmm. According to them, we're still down by like 75.
Because they keep unsubbing people
Yeah.
at breakneck speed.
Yeah. Learn your friends' login and password so that you can resub them to the channel because they've probably been unsubbed, and that's why they're not here tonight talking shit in the chat with you guys.
Yep.
Hit the wrong button, son of a bitch! Damn it! Noah Zuniga again. Had some British visiting my base. Let's just say I made some money getting food and drink for them shamefully. Store version, moonshine. That apple pie moonshine is quite delicious.
Yeah, the Brits like their booze.
It's good
Their
stuff.
food sucks over there, though.
Yeah, well,
God, it's terrible.
and then you go to Ireland, the women are ditch pigs.
Yeah, well, the fish and chips are good. Well, the fish is good.
Yes.
But the women in Ireland are ditch pigs.
We just hit 1,000 likes. Boom!
Yeah!
Thank you all very much. Appreciate it.
All right.
Irish lover again. As a circle watcher, any suggestions for an eye patch pattern or theme? Looking for something funny and sarcastic like the bad guy from Waterworld or some cartoon villain?
You know what? Like the first year and a half when I, came back from getting wounded, I had to wear an eye patch from time to time, and I just bought a leather eye patch off of eBay,
Oh, okay.
and I wore that from time to time.
Pirate pop. Arr.
Listen, it's either that or like you get like blinding headaches instantaneously.
Oh, I gotcha. Yeah, that's never good.
Yeah, it's always
Yeah,
triggered
good.
through the right eye.
But yeah, you can always go with the Dennis Hopper from Waterworld. I think that'd be interesting. And then every time you hold something up to your working eye, you can just take it down. It does look like shit, and then you're done.
Yeah.
Good stuff. Crazy Uncle, $5. You're talking radiation testing. Truth is, the space race was military rocket testing propagandized as nationalist BS.
Well, they actually did send people into space.
That's true.
Yeah, you are
I'm
correct.
sure that they were piggybacking off of each other.
You are correct. And like the rocket they used to shoot those people into space was so close to the V1 rocket from World War II.
They were piggybacking.
Yeah. I mean,
Standing on the shoulders of giants, right? That's how a lot of research gets done.
well, hey, why let it go to waste?
We got a goat belly in the chat.
Goat belly!
Pop quiz hot shots from 3MTA3. What do you call a nation that forsakes its ancestors for government control?
Lost.
Yeah. Also a good show, at least for the first few seasons.
I never watched it.
I would say as far as the first season goes, you're missing out.
I don't give a shit about that.
Hans Soulless, $15. Thank you so much. All that testing and not a single supervillain gets created? What is government testing for if not that?
I know. Where's the comic book like superhero, supervillain that you get from like fucking with shit?
Yeah, where's the Fantastic Four? Or if you watched that Josh Trank piece of shit, the Fan Four Stick.
Or Wolverine. Mm-hmm. Yeah, what the hell?
Where's Weapon X?
I can't believe the Canadians made him. They're ineptitude.
Or at the very least, you could always go with the porno version and give us Weapon Sex. I mean, I'd be fine with that if it was a chick. I mean, I don't know if I would be down for the helmet. If she's into hair pulling, I mean, that kind of gets in the way.
Yeah.
Smack her ass, you go to pull her hair, and instead you get a whole bunch of test tubes and like cables and shit. You're like, honey, this just doesn't work for me.
It's not working.
And you take this off. Oh, God, put it back on.
Forget it.
It's terrible.
Forget it.
Oh, my God, you look like an experiment. Yeah, that must explain why the pussy's so good. Oh, that's not the pussy. I'm so sorry. Here,
Oh, my God.
Let me put it in the other one. Wet wipe first? Okay, fine. I guess that's fair.
You don't
Not that I've ever done that or
get an
anything. I'm just
infection
saying.
from that, man.
I know, right?
Yeah.
Gonna get a urinary tract infection in your pee hole because
Not good.
there's poo in there.
Not good.
Not good. S. Boz, check out the Tuskegee study, guys. That's why I don't get the shots. That's why we talked about it.
Yeah, well, we just talked about it.
C. Horn, $20 Canadian, so that's like 18 cents. Joining the stream late, gents. Have you covered vaccine shedding? Oh, but it's very similar to viral shedding.
That's what the vaccine shedding. People are shedding those spike proteins in their piss and shit and stuff.
Are there any credible reports out there of the vaccinated making others sick? No, but there are reports of the vaccinations themselves making people up to 800% more likely to contract one of the variants, thus making them super spreaders. Isn't that great? It's so great. And you signed up for it because you're idiots and you voted for Joe Biden.
Oh, my God.
Jail. Black magic. Not a race thing. Republicans, I almost said replicants. You know what? Same thing. Have been seizing more frequently than the short bus kid Popp went to school with.
Yeah.
And after they seize, they always pounce. Average Estonian. Damn, Blake, you're funny as hell. Keep at it, man. Oh, thank you very much. I appreciate it.
Thank you very much.
Especially since you are handler of bad pop, no offense. Well, you know, somebody's got to keep them in line, otherwise people die.
No, that's Evil Pop.
Evil Pop.
I keep Evil Pop in check.
Yeah, well, or otherwise known as Fat Punisher.
Dude, that's so funny.
You know, I can't even point a finger, man. I'm getting kind of portly in my old age.
Yes.
So, man,
We all do.
Done growing up, you got to grow out.
We all
It
do.
is what it is. The Jerk 85. I'm here to chew gum and kick butt, and I'm all out of bubble gum. Fantastic movie. John Carpenter's They Live. One of my favorites.
Roddy Piper, one of my favorite wrestlers. Too bad he's dead.
Yeah, I love that movie. You know, the fight in that movie was originally supposed to just be a few hits, and that was it. And then those dudes actually started wailing on each other. Everything but the head punches.
Mm-hmm.
And John Carpenter was like, well, they're hitting each other. Let's just keep rolling on it. You know, we'll figure it out as we go.
Yeah.
It was awesome.
I mean, but that's what he did for a living. So
Yeah.
it's not a big deal for him.
Oh, that's some good shit right there. I love, you know, I'm probably going to watch that movie tonight. Thank you very much for bringing that one to mind. If you guys are interested and you're a 4K physical media junkie like me, go on to Amazon and look for the John Carpenter 4K UHD set. Comes with They Live, Prince of Darkness, Escape from New York, and The Fog for less than $50. You want to talk about a find? There it is. Mwah. Chef's Kiss, fantastic. Love all four of those movies. Let's move on. James P., $20 donation. Thank you very much, sir. Love the prepper videos. I am cashing.
All right.
And
Actually, I just did one today, and I'm starting to talk about the Russians and the Ukraine situation.
yes, that one took a lot of research.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to
Order of
watching it.
battle, MTO equipment. I had to look up, what they actually have. It's insane.
Jordan's pathetic pet weasel says that set needs Big Trouble in Little China to be really complete. You know what? I can't really argue with that. But then again, I mean, think of all the directors that you know. Aside from maybe Spielberg, from the 70s into the 80s, was there anyone on a hotter streak than Carpenter? Going from Halloween to The Fog, Escape from New York, They Live, Prince of Darkness, Starman, The Thing. I mean, it goes on and on.
He's doing all right.
I love it. He's doing all right.
I like the thing.
Oh, yeah. What's not to love about The Thing?
They keep remaking it, and it's just creepier. And
Oh,
creepier.
God, that prequel. Holy shitballs. I just, as soon as the CG shit came out, I was like, all right, I'm done. This looks like shit. And then when I saw the actual physical makeup effects that they had done that were supposed to be there on set, and they looked 100 times better, then I was really pissed.
Yeah.
CG never looks as good as practical effects, dudes. Even if it's plainly a miniature, somebody still had to make it and put it in front of a camera. It's just my opinion.
Boom.
Could be wrong. Stephen Kent, words of wisdom, a bullet that hits its mark doesn't care how rich and powerful you think you are.
And also, being rich doesn't necessarily equate to power.
No. Just
saying.
ask Bill Gates. He's about to find out.
Yep. That's going to be one hell of a pimp tart wastitude.
And you know what, guys? I think we might do that one live on the stream.
Yeah, we
What do
gotta-
you think? Pimp Tart Wistitute live in Grunt Speak? Let us know what you think. Bill Gates. Oh, yeah, she was totally with him because he's handsome and dashing and charming. Didn't have anything to do with his money.
Well, maybe she
course
did
not.
see something 27 years ago when when they first met. Who knows?
27 years ago, he was still the richest man in the world.
Oh, well, yeah, there you go.
There you go. He was the richest man in the world when I was in junior high.
Yeah.
I don't even want to think
It'd be
about how long
different.
ago that was.
It'd be different if, but she knew him before he actually had any money, and,
Yeah.
Yeah, you got a point there, though.
Jail. Damasta Tuskegee experiment was under FDR. Just saying. Oh, he was a racist mother fornicator. That's why when Biden said
He's also
that...
a socialist.
Yes, when Biden said that Trump was the first racist president we ever had, I was like, wow, this dude...
You never heard of Lyndon
Either
Johnson?
his Alzheimer's is further along than we thought, or he's never picked up a book in his life.
Lyndon Johnson?
I'll have those African-American gentlemen, different word used, voting Democrat for 200 years.
Yep.
You could just look up the Japanese internment camps during World War II that were all, put together under FDR, if you want to look at some real racism that happened in our country's history.
Mm-hmm.
By the way, had a D after his name. Just saying. Shocker. Mm-hmm. It's not like they filibustered the Civil Rights Act for almost 3 months or anything.
And, literally, we would not even acknowledge the internment camps for decades after World War II.
Of course not.
I think they just... in the 80s, they finally said, oh, yeah, we were wrong.
Well, that's what they always do.
It's the usual shit.
They perpetrate
40 years later.
Yeah, plainly evil, sadistic shit. And then 40 years later, after most of the people who were involved were dead or debilitated, we were wrong.
Sorry.
Whatever.
Everyone's going to get $30,000.
Yeah, here's your public apology and a slap on the wrist.
It's such bullshit.
Fuck off. Average Estonian, mind blown for sure. All those experiments, oh yeah. Riggs Jr., some money for the booze fund. Remember, this time is different and the government loves you. Oh, hey, Pop. Munging on the poop tip of the Great Gay Cruise.
Come on. God damn it.
With a drinking straw.
What are you
Speaking
doing?
of which, I haven't even thrown one this whole stream yet.
Come on, man.
I didn't see anybody requesting it in the chat, so I figured I would take a night off.
I was kind of hoping they forgot.
They'll never forget. Ugh. True Blue the Cat. Hey, Pop, your girlfriend looks like a butt probe.
No, she doesn't.
Are you sure about that?
I've never been that drunk, so yes.
Shark dentures. $2. That's it. I'm voting Giant Meteor 2024.
Well, you know what? I really can't argue with that.
M. Pugot, are you ready now? Are you happy? We finally got to your super chat.
There we go.
So now you can stop whining. I shouldn't, but they both seem so much fun. Pop, choose. 40-year-old Filipina nurse, 5'11 spinner with B cups, versus 34-year-old American Navy nurse, 5'5, 34, 24, 34C. Pick. Neither is not an option.
I'd take the Filipino.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Well, their asses do tend to stay quite well, nice.
I mean, listen, American women, I got enough knives in my back, man. I'm good.
You know what? I don't blame you for that one.
I got enough knives in my back. I have a hard enough time scratching my back with all the knives in there.
Well, that's why you need a Viking battle axe in order to do it.
That's exactly why.
There you go. Reaper01. Just got dark in here. Please put all these articles on Redonkulas.com, please. They will be there, and they will all be archived, so the lamestream media gets none of your click money.
Yes.
Yes. Aaron Williams. Blake, Oklahoma has constitutional carry for firearms. Yes, it does, and Texas just passed it.
Oh, really? They
Yes.
did. Good.
Along with Tennessee, there's over 20 states now that have it.
No, not all 20 passed it. The 20 states are proposing it, but not all passed it.
Ah.
Yeah. So we'll see.
We'll see. But when it gets to 36 to 38.
I'm just telling you, the left is going to keep plugging away, doing stupid ass shit, and it's going to get to the point where, it's going to be the point of no return.
Yeah.
Something is going to cause the whole cascade to kick off. What that is, I don't know. How long will it take? I don't know. So I'm just my gut's telling me that's just we are beyond the point of no return, in my opinion.
Well, we'll see what happens. Average Estonian, to anyone who thinks that Russia is behind this, think again. USSR is gone. Blame China, just saying, or the USA itself.
Yeah, Russia's they got enough troubles, man.
Exactly. I don't blame Russia for anything. They're basically just trying to handle their own shit at this point.
They're trying to get back all of their satellite states they lost when they went under in 91.
Well, there you go. Downside 13 in 6th grade. Miss Heron had some rocking knockers. Shortly thereafter, I was sent to therapy for being straight by a feminazi mother. What?
Wow.
Dude!
I hope you don't talk to her anymore.
Dude, write us an email and tell us that story. I'm genuinely interested.
That is insane.
Because we're thinking about having some call-in shows where dudes can talk about crazy, whacked-out stuff like this, bad relationships, divorces, etc.
Yep.
Mehmed 2. $4.99. At last, my IMRX, we had OS06s telling privates that flu 19 was their fault for not taking the shot. Our chaplain wrote the tag and is yet to hear about it. Or yet to hear back, I should say.
You know what? That's an IG complaint. Number one, yes, going through the chaplain, that'll get people like yelled at on the down low. But if you really want to turn the dial up to 12, you start filing some IG complaints and write your congressmen and senators.
Boom. Cliff Watson, I'm still not finding a lot of news about how the EIU should be burning through the homeless population anywhere in the world. Isn't it amazing how that works?
Because it hasn't here, and it didn't do it in India until just recently.
Yep. And that's if the increase in cases has nothing to do with just an increase in testing.
I don't know. I mean,
because that would make sense.
They're running out of wood to burn bodies.
They're using that Ivermectin pack to keep things under wraps, to keep things at bay, which is working. We know for a fact that it's working. The studies are in. The science is solid.
I used it myself.
Exactly. Yeah. So now all of a sudden they're suffering once word of the Ivermectin use gets out. I'm sorry, I have a really hard time believing that it doesn't have anything to do with them sending a whole bunch of PCR tests to a country with a limited medical apparatus, and those PCR tests, according to messages leaked from the UK's own NHS, 89% false positives.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I was expecting variants, because that's the way it works.
That's always how it works.
So, I mean, they could be getting a variant that's a little more deadly, or, maybe it'll burn out over there, maybe not. Who knows?
I'm not even really seeing an increase in deaths. It's just cases. That's always what they focus on. Oh, cases are going up. Cases are going up. Okay, what about hospitalizations? What about deaths? Orange Man bad. Yeah, that's what I thought.
I don't know. I like looking up on Al Jazeera. I don't trust any of the local, the Western news media at all.
No. Fuck half. Western media can suck a dick. Pop, if you want an insider's view from someone who worked with a Big Ten university about the EIU for close to a year, I will email you some alarming information that will blow your mind. From Crusader Nate with a $9.99 donation.
I'll take it.
Do it. Redonkulas12gmail.com.
Yeah, do it. I'll take it.
CJ, thank you very much for the aerator, good sir. Don't know if you talked about it, but there's a couple of spike protein studies that includes effects on the uterine walls. Yeah, we talked about there's some again. 9/23. When Pop's ex-wife threw a fireman's ball, that was considered a super spreader event.
Allegedly. Allegedly. Come on, you're going to get me sued, man.
That was a good one.
That was a good one.
That was great.
You're going to get me sued, man. Come on.
Outstanding.
That was a good one.
Outstanding.
Allegedly.
Although, I couldn't imagine that crotch fire surviving that much fire extinguishing.
Oh, God! Why didn't anybody tell me?
Yeah. It's a lot of hoes for one hoe.
Allegedly.
Average Estonian, 20 euros. Blake, please pull up Estonia on a map, since I have to know why U.S. has small force stationed down here. Since Popp knows tactics and ins and outs, I must know why, and I want to know the truth. Popp, is it really a buffer zone?
I have to see the map.
Let's check it out.
But I mean, what how many troops? How many U.S. troops are there?
Let's take a look here.
Estonia, Latvia, Russia, Lithuania. Huh. It all depends upon I mean, are they Air Force? Are they Army, Marines, Navy?
Well, I mean, it seems like, we don't really seem to have much beef over here or up here. But with the left in charge, a globalist butt buddy puppet regime, this seems to call attention to itself.
Yep. Yeah. That's interesting.
It's just a conspiracy theory, though.
But,
the government totally cares about you.
I mean, we have the United States has soldiers all over the world. They're in places I don't even know about, especially like North Africa. They've been doing combat operations in Northern Africa for like 2 decades.
But would you call that a so-called buffer zone? Is the question that?
Would I call it a buffer zone? I would call it as they might more than likely they have either listening posts or radar or some other telemetry, so they're trying to keep tabs on the Russian war machine. And I gotta pee.
You gotta pee again. I'm gonna keep reading super chats because we're about 2.5 hours into this stream. So, man, I was trying to find out who the deep fakes were from because somebody asked. But Heavy Water Tread with a $5 donation said, "Whoever did these deep fakes, thank you." I agree. That is some of the funniest shit ever. Some were made of me, but they weren't as funny because for some reason the deepfake software doesn't like my face any more than some of you guys do, and it didn't work. Michael Davis, Blake, thumbs up. Thank you very much. I always appreciate it. Anderson Paladin, $20 Canadian. Bill Gates allegedly paralyzed 490,000 Indian children between 2000 and 2017 with his vaccine. Holy shit. The kids were subjected to 50 doses before they even turned 5 years old. This batch is probably okay, though. Trust the science. Wow. I had never even heard about that. Holy crap. That explains his divorce, if his soon-to-be ex-hooer had anything to do with it. Did you know that Bill Gates allegedly paralyzed 490,000 Indian kids?
He what?
Bill Gates allegedly paralyzed 490,000 Indian children between 2000 and 2017.
What?
Many of them had 50 doses of his poke and smoke before the age of 5.
My God.
But this new batch is totally okay, despite the fact that it's also paralyzing people.
Wow.
Totally, yeah. Dr. Bill Gates. Zune 1144, the guys that make the book for Starship hit way too close. Starship Troopers, I'm guessing, hit way too close.
I like that book. I hate the movie.
DeWall. No, Pops, I don't agree with you. It won't be 30-something states. It'll be 7 to 10 for the win. The ones that is still the manufacturer of soldiers and goods.
Well, I'm telling you. It's going to start off, and then it's literally going to be a domino effect. It's going to wind up at 36 to 38. The numbers keeps popping into my brain. I could be wrong.
We'll see what happens.
It's my ESP.
ESP. Crazy Donut. Just found out new unofficial hiring rule in my Facebook team /org is speaking Chinese. I hope white non-loving liberals have place under soil. Facebook equals CNN.
Correct. Yeah.
They're all each other's butt buddies at this point. I mean, there's no sense in even trying to differentiate big tech from the media or the globalist.
No. And all of the big techs are like watching each other's back, and it's just a conglomeration of bullshit.
Well, it's really easy to watch each other's back when you're butt fornicating with each other
in a large butt fornicating circle.
Yeah.
I see the logic there.
Yeah, using feces in a blender for lube.
Oh, that's nasty.
You want a nice chocolate shake?
No.
Oh, come on. Let it run on down your chesticles. Rub it in. Yeah, that's right. Let me smell. Yeah. Call me Mr. President.
Oh my God.
Where's Jill? I don't know. Oh, wait. Who am I? Who are you? I pooped.
The affiliate, $5. Heading into the kitchen. Anybody want a tipsy pop?
I'm good.
How many licks does it take to get to the center of a tipsy pop? I don't know. Ask your wife.
Oh!
Thumper, $5 donation. First ever super chat. Thank you very much. You guys need to listen to the audiobook for Gulab Archipelago. It is still available on YouTube. Or Archipelago. I'm not sure exactly how it's pronounced. Jackal Hunter. At this point, it's death before surrender. Never! They may take our lives, but they'll never take our freedom. The Gray, good movie and a good screen name. Look up how the animal lab test went for mRNA vaccines. Hint, Costa Rica.
Really?
We'll have to check that one out.
Yeah.
Reaper 01. My space ghost moment was the Wango Tango. She was 17 with 15-mile-an-hour front and rear bumpers.
Nice.
I was 10.
Hey.
She taught me everything from kissing to coitus in great detail.
All right.
When you were 10?
10? That's a little on the light side. There.
Yeah, that's definitely a Wango Tango moment right
Yeah,
there.
that's a Wango Tango moment.
Woo! Goat belly!
All right.
Popp took the team to Starship Troopers. Damn it, it moved again. We really totally hoped the future turns out that way, except for the Black Berets. We all said that was unrealistic.
Yeah, that was stupid.
Medic! Cliff Watson, $5. Have you ever heard how the U.S. lost a nuke in 1958 in the Warsaw Sound near Tybee Island,
Yes.
Georgia?
Yes.
Apparently, it was recently found.
Oh, really?
I'll have to look that up. That sounds interesting. Chris Kiska, $4.99. Blue cord 25 years ago versus now?
Like right now, to be honest with you, it's not the same.
Not the same.
Not the same.
so?
Like when I went to infantry school, it was. Let's just say, like I was doing the bayonet assault course, and my drill sergeant pulled my shirt open and threw a handful of red ants down there and told me to go. I literally had to run a mile, with sticky stuff the bayonet while I had red ants like chewing on me. That ain't gonna fly today at all.
That's fucked up.
Hey man, I covered that 1 mile in like 5.5 minutes.
Oh, there you go. That's the fastest I ever ran a mile, was 5.5 minutes.
I was fucked up for a while.
Irish Lover 7745 with a holy shit $50
Thank you.
donation. Thank you very much.
All right.
My Pandora's box was the girl from a Quick Stop in Trenton, New Jersey. Like the Quick Stop from Clerks Quick Stop? She wore a low-cut T-shirt with Beavis and Butthead.
All right.
She had a nice rack and a lisp with braces, brown hair, green eyes.
Nice.
It looked like Rachel from Friends.
Nice.
Yeah. Rachel around season 2 of Friends when she had a little bit of the baby fat and she had the really nice juicy ass. Yeah. Hooked up and that's it. Sometimes those are the best relationships you'll ever have.
Yeah, I can see how that was.
Well, the ones where it ends soon enough where you can still see them as perfect before the crazies let out of the box.
It's a valid argument.
Yeah. There's one in particular in my past that comes to mind sometimes, and then I just have to remind myself. She had a lot of red flags for crazy, and I ignored it because 5'10", long legs, and big, yeah.
There you go.
And those things defied gravity.
They do when they're young.
Mm-hmm. Well, she should have been 27 at the time. I remember the first time she took the baby snack sack hammock off, and I was like, they didn't even drop. They were just like
the double barrel slingshot.
Wow.
Like I said, she was still young.
It was good times. Epic fail with a $100 donation.
All right.
The biggest one of the night. Thank you so
much.
very much. He's going to be very popular on the gay cruise with something that big. Love what y'all are doing, and so glad you decided to skip the dirt nap until 65, gentlemen. I hope this helps y'all keep spreading the truth that I am too dim to vocalize. Thank you from the sea.
Thank you.
Does that mean you're a Navy dude, or you just got a houseboat and your ex-wife is the anchor?
Could be either or in today's day and age.
And I'm sure you lost all of your legally purposed weaponry off the side, because it's just very tragic. These boating accidents happen all the time.
Totally happen all the time.
Yeah. I mean, it is what it is. Goat belly. Pop should forge a letter to his ex, a dinner invite to the White House to see Darth Sniffius.
Darth Sniffius.
Darth Sniffius! Oh, we're going to have to Photoshop that.
That's pretty good.
Oh, shit. Now I got more work to do.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good, man.
Billy the Buffalo. I grew up behind the big Kmart on the south side of Herkimer, banging dollar store chicks, just like Pop.
Actually, I spent a lot of time in Herkimer, New York.
Really?
Yeah, it's right next to Ilion, New York.
You get any dollar store chicks over there?
No, but I know where that the Kmart that just went under a couple years ago.
Oh,
It was
not there
when I
anymore?
first went down there. It was open, and by the time I left, it had closed like a year or 2 years before I
Well,
left.
the lot lizard's going to hang out now, man. Come on.
Yeah, there's some slutty ass chicks in Herkimer.
Yeah, they climb into the back of your pickup truck, spread their legs.
You like that, baby? I'll call it my blue light special.
I call that my red light special because it smells like a Gwyneth Paltrow candle in here.
Yeah, Herkimer, New York.
Terrible.
Terrible.
Cabragoon Cabulous. Happy Thursday, gents. My Mr. Bruno had some kind words about Pop. Cheers! Yeah, George Bruno is a good dude. Adam Bowman, $5. Urban Dictionary, an STD called the Blue Waffle.
Oh God.
Oh, here we go. Hang on. Get it ready. Blue Waffle. All it says is, don't look it up. And then, okay, but if I hover over this part here, hang on.
What does it say?
It appears to be an STI on and in the vaginal region.
Ugh.
This disease/infection is fictional and overly exaggerated. Just don't, a phrase meaning just the opposite of just do it. Usually used when irritated at one's incompetence or embarrassed that you know. Bless you, sir. Bless you, sir. Holy smoking Joe Frazier. Allergy season. It's coming back in a big way. Whatever, too. Don't forget about Stanley Kubrick, another great director. Absolutely. Cannot forget about Stanley Kubrick. Those fake moon landings were top-notch for their time. God bless and keep it up, guys. Love you. I'm going to add the no homo.
All right.
I do have 2001: A Space Odyssey in 4K. And, of course, Full Metal Jacket gave us Gunny.
Yes.
Yeah. So, if for no other reason,
God rest his soul.
God rest his soul. Both of them. JMCovid.gum. Gum or gov?
Gum.
CJ, which archiver do you use? I archive.today. Pretty simple. I think it comes up as archive.vn when you type it in. Nobody you know. Tell the average Estonian, laku perset from me. I don't know what that means.
I have
Maybe
no idea what that means either.
is Estonian a language? Deep Purple, soundboard request, Jim Carrey's Alrighty Then from Ace Ventura. I can do that. I can also do, I'm kicking my ass. Do you mind?
Good times.
That is good times.
All right.
Or, whenever you screw up or I screw up something, we can do Samsonite. I was way off. Average Estonian. Oof. Thanks, Pop. Thanks. Nobody you know. If you want to know why the Baltics have U.S. troops here, look southwest. Kaliningrad. Average Estonian. Look why asked is that I am not fit for service for my country. Oh, okay. So that's what's up. Go Billy! I have friends who got combat patches for deployments to Argentina. Oh, those lucky bastards.
Yeah. Combat patches?
But the women in Argentina, man.
They must have been doing counter drug shit. Argentina's got some good looking women.
Yeah, I would say that the I remember from college, there was one particular person who was rather internet famous at the time. She had the best tuchus I've ever seen on a woman. Never forgot her. You guys,
I've seen some good tuchuses.
I don't know. Let's take a look. You know, I'll bring her up here.
What?
Let's see.
No picture?
Oh!
Oh, no. Yeah, you can't. You
We can't show some of these there.
No. You can't show those.
No, we can't show
No.
those.
You're gonna get us banned.
We're gonna get it banned.
No.
It's not in there. Well, you know, I can put it in the chat.
No. Oh yeah, put it in the chat. Yeah. You can't show that on the show, man. Too much
There you
skin.
go.
Man.
Okay, it's in the chat.
All right.
Kira Augustina, look her up.
There you go.
Best ass I've ever seen. Just saying. Oh shit! It moved again. It moved. CJ, 3 main Gates theories. Number 1, normal female reasons. Number 2, Will issues with donating 80% of his wealth to charity, and she/the kids get hardly any. I agree with that one specifically. Number 3, shelter from new taxes as settlements aren't considered taxable, plus Bezos.
Yeah. Yeah.
Could be.
Yeah.
Jackal Hunter, $5 donation. Could have scored the tall, blonde college student waitress at Logan's Roadhouse, but Dad had to tell me she was flirting with me. My ESP said, don't. Well,
If your ESP is telling you don't, then don't.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people who don't listen to their gut F themselves.
If everything south of your cranium is telling you, yeah, and this manages to override everything else, probably a good reason for that, especially if you're young and dick thinking.
Slip one by the goalie.
Yeah. Jeffrey Swaney, Pop, I am an E22 Harmony Church survivor, Fort Benning.
Okay. I went to Sand Hill. Harmony Church was still going strong when I left, but a few years later they shut it down and turned it into an urban sniper course for a few years until they tore it all down.
Oh, by the way, Fort Benning, super haunted.
Oh, God.
Made a whole lair about it.
God, it's haunted. Oh. Yeah, it's haunted.
Average Estonian, again, my brother got selected for service do you have words of wisdom for him since he doesn't want to go, or words of inspiration for him, a.k.a. not voluntary?
Not voluntary. Yeah, he got like drafted. All right, this is the way it works. Drafted, volunteer, whatever. It's always it doesn't matter if what country it is. All right. Keep your mouth shut. Don't make waves. Do what you're told within reason, and you'll be fine. Make 2 or 3 good friends and keep them close to help you get through the system. I mean, that's pretty much it.
That's all you can do. When you're expendable, you have to make yourself valuable.
And they I think it's only 2 years.
Okay.
So.
Good stuff. Adam Bowman, $5 donation. When y'all started talking about folks that had passed, it made me remember that I saw that Mike Collins of Apollo 11 passed away last week.
Ooh.
I didn't hear about that. If you guys haven't seen the documentary on Apollo 11, that is amazing. They actually managed to discover a whole well of 70 millimeter film that was used to cover the actual preparation and launch of the space shuttle.
Yeah?
It is phenomenal.
All right.
Definitely check it out if you haven't. Just buy it on 4K or Blu-ray because it's definitely worth the money. It's fascinating just because it's from that era and it was recorded in such pristine quality. Tony Soprano, Pop, have you ever sampled the dark ones? The dark meat? You like your dark meat on Thanksgiving, if you know what I mean?
No.
No?
No.
Sad.
I've had some opportunities. I just can't get into it. It just doesn't work for me.
No pun intended.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Excuse me. Crusader Nate, $4.99. Blake, you need the I've had better clip for the board. You know what else I need? I was thinking about it. There's another great Jim Carrey moment from Liar Liar that would go great with the board, especially considering a lot of the stuff that we cover. When he's in the yard getting his car back, and they scratch his car, and he says, "You know what I'm going to do about this?" "What?" Nothing. Because if I take you to small claims court, it'll just drain 8 hours out of my life, and you probably won't show up. And if I finally got the judgment, you just stiff me anyway. So what I've got to do is piss and moan like an impotent jerk, and then bend over and take it up the tailpipe. And then the guy just says, "You've been here before, haven't you?"
I can't. It amazes me you remember all these lines. I can't. I remember that scene, but I don't remember the lines.
I didn't have many friends back then, bro.
I hear you.
Just saying. There's a lot of stuff floating around up in here from that phrase in my life.
Yeah. I remember a lot of shit that's pretty scary.
Yep. What do we got here? Polska Bob, $25 donation.
All right, thank you, man.
Show. Thank you very much, Polska Bob. Here's some beer money, you time-traveling hobgoblins.
Sweet nectar.
I finally got somebody working on that T-shirt.
Yes.
Yes. Domesta, born in the wrong body, also Clintons itself because it must operate on the premise that there is a right body. And to be born into it means its sexual characteristics are biologically determinate long before its gender can be socially constructed. Boom!
Wow. Email me that. That's going in the book.
That is logic to...
Or,
chef's kiss.
I was just going to say it's a metaphysical argument.
That is chef's kiss fantastic. I love it.
That's good. That's good.
Fellow war hoarder, if you really want to read a good recent interview from John Carpenter, pick up a copy of Dagger magazine. Give the artist who published that magazine some business. Well, check it out. Practical effects artist and sculpted a bronze bust memorializing special forces.
All right.
Hell yeah. Attention! Will Paranormal Pop be the place we can openly talk about ESP, or is it just the ghost and special creature?
No. We can talk about the ESPs.
Talk about all the ESPs.
Plus, we're going to read read the chapters of the books and stuff.
Damn right. Average Estonian, thanks, Pop. That is what is needed from a former U.S. Ranger. I show this for him. Maybe this helps him since he won't listen to his family. You are God.
Well, I'm just saying, for instance, if there was a war going when I was 17 and I finished high school, I would have enlisted.
Yeah.
I am not going to listen, man. When the bells of war go off, you have to go find soldiers. Warriors show up.
Yes.
That's just the way it is. I'd be like, oh well, hey, let's knock this shit out.
There you go.
If I get smoked, I get smoked. It is what it is.
Exactly. And it is almost 11 o'clock. We've been going for almost 3 hours. We still have over 1,000 people watching, but I would say that makes it time for a safety briefing.
All right, gentlemen. Don't drink and drive. Don't drink and swim. Let's see. If you have to fight, don't go to the ground because that's where you get stomped out. If you have to fight, do it in groups because there's safety in numbers. If you have a firearm and you need to use it, shoot to kill. Because wounding is for pussies.
Why don't you just shoot him in the leg?
Yeah. Shoot the knife out of their hand. Okay, this is the Wild Wild West movie here. Get the hell out of here.
And if you see any of your friends virtue signaling by posting their EAU poke and smoke card on their social media, and then they use that to try to shame you into getting it because you don't want to kill grandma, right? Where? Send them this soundbite.
Fuck you and all your motherfucking friends, nigga. Give a fuck if y'all in kindergarten, I'll whoop y'all motherfucking ass. That's why Santa Claus ain't real, bitch. That's why I fuck your mama. I'll fuck up all your kids. I don't care, goddammit. Huh? Prove it to me. Prove it to me. That's why you ain't going to Disney World, bitch. Fuck you and your friends. Fuck all y'all.
You're damn right. You guys have a good one.
Take it easy.
We'll see you next week.
All right.